So everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody silent. Psh.
All right. So in 3, 2, 1. All right. What's going on, amigos and amigos? This is your boy ShadowKiller0212, and I want to introduce you guys to the first ever episode of Regnant Gaming podcasting for Smash 4. I'm your host ShadowKiller0212, and to my right I have Ryui,
What's up, everyone?
and to my left side I also got Manor the Noob.
Hello, hello.
We also have the Sandy Dragon 64,
Hey guys.
and as well we also have Primal Geralden.
How do you do?
And, today we're going to have, an interesting topic discussion that's been, circulating around the Smash universe lately. Everyone's been making a tier list. Zero has a tier list going on right now, and so does ESAM also has a tier list going on right now. And it's kind of like the topic of discussion right now over in the community right now. And what we're going to do here today in the first ever episode of the podcast for Smash 4 over for Regnant Gaming's podcast is we're going to make our own tier list here today. So pretty much the way we're going to do this tier list, we're going to do it with these kind of set of rules. We're not going to include Mii's because, the Mii's topics, we can go on for days about, Mii's, like the Mii Gunners and the Mii Swordsmen and the Mii Brawlers. We're not going to discuss that. As well as we're going to put these characters in specific order of the tiers. But there's no specific order. Like, we're not going to have, this is definitely the last place character in the game. Or this is, this character is this number something. Because, if we do that, that'll take forever. So, yeah. So...
Well, except a few exceptions, like Mario.
Oh God. Anyways, though, so let's get started with this, guys. So, all right, guys. So, how are we gonna start this off, guys? We're gonna start off with the F tier, bottom tier, pretty much. So,
F tier first I would put in would be Jigglypuff.
all right. So we're gonna already start off with Jigglypuff. Poor Puffball. So I don't know. What do you guys feel? What do you guys feel about Jigglypuff? Why is she part of this tier?
Because she can actually get knocked out pretty early.
She's like, her ground game is not that good. She's slow on the ground, basically.
She has great aerial priority, though. She can kill with back air pretty early, I'd say.
Rattling aerial combos is actually something that she's also pretty good at as well.
Exactly.
Especially if you can combo into rest off stage.
So I just don't think Jigglypuff doesn't really have too many tools at her disposal.
She don't have too many combos. She just has the gimping, the aerial mobility for her, but she doesn't have to frame that outside of the air. She's pretty punishable.
Pretty much. Poor Jigglypuff. Kind of feel bad for Jigglypuff, in honesty.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Why not?
No.
Buff the
I
Puff.
really don't have any sympathy for her.
Why not, Sandy? What's wrong with
you?
you?
If you rested enough times as many as I have, you would have the same feeling too. Okay.
Sandy, you just have something against the Jigglypuff. I think Jigglypuff's kind of adorable.
Well, to a certain degree,
Jigglypuff's okay.
Maybe. We have
She's
Kirby.
okay, but it's not like I would
Right.
take her home. Honestly, I wouldn't take her home and put her in my copy. She's
I'd
not
put her,
that
I'm just saying, if I saw Jigglypuff in real life, I'd catch that damn Pokemon, and I'd probably.
I
wouldn't.
You better pray she doesn't put you to sleep or draw on your face in the process, which she's most likely gonna do.
Oh,
But Shadow, we have Kirby already. We have a mod.
Man, ain't nobody care about that pink puffball, that pink dancing
Hey,
puffball.
Hey, you watch your tongue. You watch your tongue, sister. Watch your tongue.
Kirby wears clown shoes. I mean,
I
What's the
mean,
point?
it's
that
really
really
cute
cute?
though. Does he
He's
really have
blush.
shoes?
Where is he?
Does he really have shoes though?
No.
It's
I mean,
just-
they kind of look like clown shoes.
but it's his feet basically.
Moving up.
Moving up. All right, so we have Ganondorf coming up next.
Exactly.
Where's
would
that
say
king?
that.
Where is Ganondorf in my listing over here? I can't find Ganondorf. Where'd he go?
Gotta find Ganondorf.
Oh, there he goes. I almost missed him. But poor
Oh,
Ganon,
he's
also a
screwing
part
up
of the
Shadow.
F tier.
Already screwing up Shadow.
I know, right? Already screwing
You
Come
up.
on
got
now.
one job, Shades.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
It's just already criticizing. We haven't even 2 minutes into the podcast already. We're already criticizing. people.
Relax.
But are you
Relax.
really?
It's gonna get better as we go.
Anyway,
I mean,
so Ganondorf, part of the F tier. We kind of all agree with this one. I think pretty much everybody can expect what to find out of the F tiers and E tiers. I think everybody's pretty much in agreement to what we're
I
gonna
mean,
put here.
except
Some people.
one.
Except for
some
probably
people.
one, but still.
Except for the next one.
But yeah, no, Ganondorf, honestly, he's just not very good. He's not.
Slow.
Very
He's got
slow.
so many things at his disposal, but the price to pay if he does not set it up properly is...
Well, the main thing about Gandalf is, especially to his counterpart Falcon, he does not have combos, except for one maybe.
Very
That
slow.
don't go into
Recovery's
don't
very
run up air.
bad.
And
Except
keep in
that
mind, the
it's not-
Warlock Punch can easily be grabbed since it takes about 2 to 3 seconds to charge up.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. It takes a while to actually start up. Like, although he has a couple things, like I would say that he traded the speed that Falcon would have for like brute power. So
But if
gotta
you
sacrifice
compare
something
it,
to the ultimate.
if you compare it, if you get a Falcon, I mean, Captain Falcon's forward smash still kills you really, really early. If you
Yeah, it really does.
It's
It's
like-
extremely powerful as well.
Yeah, I still
Not
understand.
that-
Why, why the hell is Ganondorf and Captain Falcon like, you know, like clones?
I don't know
Never
why.
understood that.
lazy.
We're familiar.
It's like,
Lazy, I guess.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm like, what the fuck do these two characters have together that make them like similar?
Nothing.
I've never noticed that. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not their like not because they're different from different games, but maybe like their stature, like the way they are built.
I guess
It's not just the way
progress-wise,
they're
maybe.
built, but it's the way they execute certain moves. It's just a Falcon does it a little bit faster
Yeah.
and doesn't have as much lag back when he tries to get back on the ground, which leads into a great selection of combos that Ganondorf just does not have. The power is there, but that's about it.
Yo,
Poor
fuck,
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf
Yeah.
is just mad. So we gotta know.
Like I personally like a lot of people want
Falcon, or what?
not Falcon. I was about to say Falcon. I meant
I,
Ganondorf.
you know what I said? I was like Falcon. Okay. I know.
I personally people wanted. We want him to be different, but we're not gonna get it, which is unfortunate.
I mean, he has nothing. Like they're not even from the same game. Falcon.
They're
like,
really
they're-
not.
They couldn't be. They couldn't
Unless
be more worlds
Ganondorf somehow
apart.
made a secret cameo appearance in F-Zero.
Yo, watch it
No.
happen. Whenever they release an F-Zero, that ever, I don't know. When
Oh,
was
God.
the last time F-Zero
Zelda
was
X
released?
F-Zero.
There could also be
If-
reverse psychology where there's some kind of hidden Easter egg for Falcon in a Legend of Zelda game.
Oh,
possibly.
God.
Legend of
Legend of Falcon.
The Legend of
Legend of
Falcon.
Falcon?
Legend of
Legend of
Falcon.
Falcon.
10 out of 10 would
Guys,
play.
I already did Dragon Ball Zelda, so it could happen.
I mean, why not just make Legend of Zelda and hack the treasure opening?
Okay.
Like sound
with
instead of the normal music that plays whenever you open a treasure chest, you just hear Falcon go, "Yes."
That'd be great. That'd be great. Make it happen.
I can embrace that.
Speaking of sound and Falcon, I need to mute my phone.
Oh, yeah. Do that. I muted mine.
That should have been
before
done
this started,
beforehand,
so-
but
We don't want to have a yes in
Professionalism.
the middle of the.
Professionalism.
true.
That'd be
true.
funny.
Exactly.
Oh man.
All right, so
Next.
So
next
your
one.
next one's gonna be like I know this is gonna actually probably like I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't know. Like, you think this is gonna trigger a
hurts
lot of
me a
people?
little bit.
Is this gonna trigger a lot of people? You think with the next option that we picked
It
up
hurts
next?
me.
They'll
It hurts
they'll be
just a
fine.
little.
They'll be
You
fine.
think
Yeah,
it'll be fine? You think
triggers
it'll be
me a little
fun?
bit too.
I don't know, cause like I don't know. I feel like people are gonna disagree a lot with us. Even I disagree a little bit. I think he's a little bit better than what we probably agreed on. But the next one that we're gonna put here, a big turtle, and this big turtle just happens to be Bowser. Mario's nemesis.
Oh,
Koopa
Shadow.
turtle.
Shadow.
What's up?
Just
Poor
wait,
mutated Koopa
just
turtle.
wait for King Bowser's comments. I can always see the comment section.
Guys,
But yeah, we have
this
Bowser
is
in the F
why-
tier.
This is why this is not elsewhere. This is why this is not actually lively being recorded.
Instead of
Or-
Oh, it is being
Shots
recorded.
fired.
Section.
But yeah, we did agree upon. We put Bowser in the F tier. Ryu, why would you put Bowser in the F tier?
Bowser is an F tier because while he does have some great tools, like his up throw does connect into up tilt at later percents, it can confirm into an up air for a kill. It also confirms into nair at earlier percents. But he's primarily an F tier because his lack of mobility, and he just gets walled out by a lot of characters that have disjointed hitboxes or a strong projectile game.
He's also what we forget about with Ganondorf too. He's a big body character, so he gets comboed to death. Like he gets comboed the fuck out of him.
He really does.
That is also
Poor guy.
true.
And
The
like,
one
I've honestly
nice bonus about him,
learned
though-
about Bowser that, like, really, he has, like, trouble landing. The only way he can land, really, is just by attacking to get back on the ground. So, like, if you just, like, literally just wait for Bowser to attack.
Oh, you can
like-
actually. I would have to look it up how we do it again, but you can actually cancel him to the ground.
Can
I don't
you
know.
really?
I think with I think with side B there's one cancelled ground at the German guide. What I'm seeing from the video, but I would have to see. I would have to watch it again to see what directly it is.
In all honesty, despite him being in F tier, at least his mobility got 10 times better than it was in Brawl.
At least he's not as slow as Ganon.
That's true too.
Well, time out. No, but Ganon's not the slowest fucking character though.
Robin is.
But at the
Robin
same
is.
time,
Robin is.
Shadow,
Yeah, but isn't
At
he?
the same
But
time,
isn't he the
Shadow,
sex
keep in
slowing
mind-
walking?
He probably
I'm
is.
just
I wouldn't
saying.
surprise me.
previously in the other games, he looked like a lawnmower going from one side to the other.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like, we played
He was a
together.
lawnmower. So in essence, previously he probably was one of, if not the slowest. And at least they picked up on that and they decided, okay, let's give him a bit more mobility, and that'll probably lead from one thing to another, even if it isn't combos. At least he's got something better to him.
I mean, Sandy, it depends on how you see it. You could see it as a lawnmower, but you can also see him as a tank.
As a tank.
Lawnmower is much more different.
He hits like a tank.
I don't
If he
know.
hits you,
that
he
tank
hits
is
like a
way too
tank.
Slow and brawl.
A pretty wobbling
Honestly-
tank.
A pretty wobbling
Honestly,
tank.
Mitchu, that's just how I feel.
Shoot.
That's it.
Run like a mower, hit like a tank.
Run like a mower, hit like a tank. And before the metagame
Tooth
of
don't
Bowser
do
evolves,
anything
and
else.
before the metagame of Bowser evolves into literally run away like a lawnmower, hit like a tank, like Gura just said. Before that's actually the new metagame, and then he shoots
Guys,
up in the tier
hashtag
list.
lawn mowing tank.
Hold on, I'm putting this on Twitter.
Oh
If
my
y'all,
God,
if
you're gonna-
any of y'all say this, I'm gonna fight
No,
you.
Gura, you got to make sure to add hashtag lawn mowing tank.
Hashtag
I will.
lawnmower tank. Make it trending, guys. Make it happen. Moving on to the next character, though, we have left. This character, I'm pretty sure for everyone pretty much expects like this character to be probably an F tier. We got Zelda coming into the F tier, and it's actually the last F tier that we have in this list. Zelda, in my opinion, everyone wonders like why is Zelda bad. It's not because she doesn't have like a beat
Should I do
that's
the
like,
honors
really
to explain,
strong.
though?
What's up, man? Because
You want me
Gura's
to-
actually a Zelda main here in this call, actually.
It's not
Call
like
it a girl.
I don't like bashing my own character, but although Zelda, like, she has like good game and whatever. If she blah 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 blah. How do you English? She has a good combo game and follow ups, but like hitboxes are awkward. They're more awkward than puberty.
They're terrible.
also-
They don't
It's
register.
also
Are we talking RNG awkward?
It honestly
then
is because
sometimes
like
you
if
can
you like
get it
because
sometimes
I've seen Gura try to back air people so much, but he has to like be so perfect with it because this looked like it was spaced out perfectly. Oh wait, somehow you got a sour spot back air, so therefore you're still alive.
I mean,
Like,
the
why
other
are you
thing
so
is with
alive? I spaced
Zelda.
that perfectly. What is this?
The other thing with her aerials is if they get shielded, you're pretty much
Yeah.
gonna get punished for it. Like if you shield a fair or a back air, you're pretty much gonna get punished for it.
Pretty
You could,
much.
you could also punish her with her recovery move, right? Because I know that can be done sideways and it will collect damage.
Well, I mean, if you shield it, it has a lot of lag. If you don't expect it though, like you can combo into the up B. It honestly like Zelda literally is up B or bust. She like you have to like that. That's honestly her kill thing. And
I mean, Shadow. I remember my old Zelda days.
yeah, those days were forever ago. That's when we first like joined my
know.
stream.
But I would have a pretty good teleport game though.
You did, but then again, I was
Did I?
I was ass at this game.
Hey,
when I
I
first
was
started
asked
playing.
too.
I was more
Word.
ass though.
And then lo and behold, two teachers decided to take you under their wings.
Oh, God.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
One of them being the other one that was asked at the same time.
Still,
Same.
you're, I don't know.
And Ryu is like, you
Maybe.
guys aren't worthy. It's like you guys
Oh.
still. You
But
guys still
somehow
suck.
I am willing to teach you for free.
I should have charged. Made lots
Yeah.
of money.
I should have
No,
tried to
as
make lots
soon
of
as
money,
you
charge
said
for lessons.
that, I think I might go look for a different coach.
I mean,
Hey, I
isn't
don't charge
this-
anything but love.
I mean, isn't
Love
the
me, please.
satisfaction
No one loves
of
your love. No
force
one
locking
wants your love.
Shadow
Yeah.
enough? Isn't the satisfaction of force locking Shadow enough?
Oh my god. The DD Luigi.
I'll
We
get
never,
that.
we never bring that.
Uh.
We never bring that back up.
Force sock,
Alright.
DDD to the Macarena. True combo.
For anybody wondering the backstory about this, I did a stream on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ShadowKiller0212. By the way, we're always streaming there. I did a challenge. If someone can force sock me, I would do the Macarena challenge. This is actually Ryu's first ever time coming into my stream. He never came to a stream ever in his whole entire life. Until Manu.
I mean, he only came because I called him.
He only came because Manu told him to get on the stream. And he was like, oh, so I have to forge stock this motherfucker. And, he gets to do this Macarena challenge. And then, lo and behold, he had Dedede and I had Luigi. Mind you, it was a pre-patch Luigi, but I was so bad at Smash 4 that he forged stocked me. And, I had to do the Macarena challenge.
I think the funny thing is, Rio, when you're streaming at the time.
Yes, I was actually streaming
I
at
was
the
coming
time.
to your stream and was like, hey, he's force stock Shadow really quick.
We had dual streams going about actually knowing
Ryu,
about
I
it.
feel was something that was in passing, but that was the first time he actually introduced himself. And what better way to introduce yourself to a streamer than to harass him on his stream and make him do a dance he's never done before in his life.
And then proceeded to do the Macarena.
I applaud you in your quest.
Oh God,
Ryu.
that's great.
And I do believe, for those that are interested, there is a highlight of that, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I know
Unfortunately.
King Bowser still has like a GIF of me doing it, but I don't know if he saved it.
I
Oh.
think there's no highlight.
I think he uploaded it, but it's private now.
It's private now.
think there's-
Okay.
Yeah, I
There's no
saw it. I was
highlight-
like, this.
There's no highlight of it, I think, because Twitch would have muted it.
Okay, then
Doesn't
apologies to
sound-
those who are actually listening, because that was of my idea.
That was great.
It's
though.
all your hopes and dreams just crushed right in front of your eyes.
Right?
That's not happened before, right?
Right? Everybody want to see me Macarena. Now nobody can see it. It's gone forever, forever and ever.
Go like that
Yes.
didn't happen when we made the tier list. Just
Oh, yeah.
with the next team, with the next spot of tiers that we're gonna have here, Mr. Low Tier Hero, but not really a low tier hero.
Don't give away my secret. What's
Oh
wrong
man,
with you?
Well,
It's okay.
it's okay, girl.
Look,
The
your
truth's already out, man.
All right, Gerald, and here we'll just classify you like Batman.
We're just gonna call you.
You
fraud.
have
We're
all
gonna call
that
you
low tier
fraudulent.
martial arts, but then you got that utility belt in the back.
The utility belt, the one thing that actually
It makes them
you
get
who you are.
badass. It makes you have badass, and you're just like, okay, we see how it is. You were hiding this the whole time with us. Moving on to the next
call
set of
myself
tiers,
the
though.
Yeah.
We're moving on to the E tier. Still kind of the bottom tier, but they're not as they're not the bottom of the bottom, but they're the bottom
This
tier.
is gonna hurt you much, Shadow.
This is gonna hurt me the most. This one hurts me the most, but I've come to the conclusion that I agree. I've always kind of agreed, to be honest, with this one, but I kind of like. I hate to say it, I really do, because this is my secondary, actually. For anybody that doesn't know me, I'm at secondary. The good old Duck and Dog, the Snoopy, and also the Scrooge McDuck, also known as Duck Hunt duo for some people that are in Europe. I hate,
Hey.
I love this dog so much. I really do. He's such an adorable, character.
Yeah,
He
I've
was
seen
smartly
better.
made.
In all honesty, Shadow, you're not the only one. I actually was going to pick up this character too. And it's still there, just not as commonplace.
It's just,
I mean, everyone has the main reason for hating him, though, because of his laugh. That haunts us still,
Oh, yeah.
it's
still to this day
It's
from the
adorable,
game.
though. I mean, just
Yeah.
like when he comes off the stage, he's just flapping his legs. That's the thing that makes me so sad. But here's really the reason why Duck Hunt is honestly at this bottom tier. Duck Hunt's projectiles, a lot of the projectiles that he throws out there are out prioritized by just about everybody's projectiles. Mega Man's projectiles go through pretty much
Yeah.
everything. Gyro pretty much
I mean-
goes through everything. The laser of
Shadow-
Bob go through everything.
Shadow, if you put under this our match in another podcast from the Rio against Dark Hunt,
Yeah,
you
even
can
then,
still
you
show
just did Tatsumaki through my whole entire cannon.
just
that
touch the
was
market
it.
to your
Really?
can to
Yeah.
for your
it
gunman,
was-
for your blade
like,
pitch.
the
Your
poor
silly
dog.
cans and clay cannot stop my feet.
Pretty
Exactly.
much. That's how strong Rio's feet are. That motherfucker's
Just
I
been
can
like
walking-
actually
that,
that
we'll do
motherfucker been
throw
rocking
input-
barefoot for about 50 years
I can
now at this
throw
point, it
input
feels
here
like.
as
And this
well,
guy's
actually.
this guy's feet are so strong that they're kicking fucking cans that explode. That's how strong his feet are.
Bomb.
Well, that's why his forward smash hurt so much.
Oh my god. Yeah,
But
that's
Shadow,
pretty
here's
much,
a
yeah.
question for you though. Once you hear it, how do you feel about dittos?
Me, you,
Oh,
Duck
God.
Hunt Ditto?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on. We can do it.
No,
Let's do it.
Shadow, we've already done it. Remember? It took us 5 minutes.
It literally did take us forever. That's right. I remember me and Sandy did have a Duck Hunt duo Ditto. We did have one of those. That took forever. That's like
Honestly, I can't remember who won.
I think we timed each other out.
No.
Yeah,
we
that's
didn't
what I
time
would
each other out.
imagine.
One of us got the win.
I think I barely got the win. But
I
still,
think the
don't know.
longest match I've had with Shadow Duck Hunt was about 6.5 minutes.
it don't happen. I would,
is
you know,
surprising,
I
Gura,
would
because
drag a match out.
That's surprising, Gura, because there was one time it was Duck Hunt versus Samus, and you literally got walked on. This was back in the yes days.
Oh yeah.
That was
So
not
salty.
fun.
Oh, I
It
remember
was not
that.
fun,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed every single chance I did getting to watch.
That's when Gura, like, I just like downloaded Gura, and he didn't mix up
Yeah.
anything, and I was like, well, Gura is not very good like I thought he was. And then now Gura actually, you know, mixes everything up. And,
Wow,
you know,
you talk about crap on me behind my back now? Wow, I am hurt.
And now Gura actually,
shit.
you know, Gura actually took advice from Manu and Zai, and now he, you know, me and him actually switch off every other match, and you know, he actually beats me. Now he actually beats me like a lot. And then there's days where I beat him a lot. And there's days that beats me a lot, and it's like, yo, are we ever gonna decide who's better? Because I feel like one week I'm better than you, the next week you're better than me.
I
You
think
guys pretty much clash horns.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's
Despite my
okay,
short
Gura.
stature. Is it-
Sorry, Gura. We all know Shadow here just likes Duck Hunt because he can spam. You know the
No,
label
I
on that can that he throws
Rewind,
read
let
spam.
me say,
I
there are
do.
other characters that Shadow spams with a little bit better than Duck Hunt. At least with Duck Hunt, there is strategy behind it. The others is pure on.
At least I make it flashy though, man. My can setup can't be on point sometimes.
Not my
Not
bomb
against
setup.
Only
Not against
sometimes.
Rio's
Actually, no,
stuff.
my
Not
bomb
against
setup's garbage now.
Oh God, Rio's a different story though. But let me go back to explaining why I put Duck Hunt. But as we got sidetracked, why Duck Hunt is in this list though, in this part of the list though. Duck Hunt's you know, projectiles out prioritized by pretty much just about everybody's projectiles. Pretty much, he relies heavy on the can, and you know, if you just like pretty much just knock it over there, it's like, oh well, you can take your can back, motherfucker. Just take it back. Clay pigeon, despite the fact that it has combo potential, it's very slow and laggy. And, you know, if you miss, you have so much end lag that you pretty much can just rush down and be in Duck Hunt's face, and that's it. That's the problem with Duck Hunt, honestly, is that his projectiles honestly come out too slow and are very laggy. And like I said, the can can, you know, the key relies so much on can, but the can only goes one direction until, like, you hit it and it goes in the other direction. And the gunner, it's good. The gunman's good. It's honestly, to me, in my opinion, like when it comes to Duck Hunt, again, everyone talks about the can. The gunner is also important too because it sets up, you know, ways for Duck Hunt to get in. But the thing is, though, it has startup, and if you're right in front of it, you can just punch the fucking syrup, and then, you know,
I mean,
I guess.
In all honesty, Duck Hunt's projectiles are just too linear, except
They
the
are.
can.
Pretty
Like
much.
the clay
That's
pitch,
his
the clay
biggest
pitch
issue.
goes one direction. The gunman goes one direction. The can, you can hit it in the other direction, but it's still.
He's a gimmick,
obvious
honestly.
what
You have to
But you
rely
have to be
so much
careful
on the
when you
gimmicks
do
of
hit it in
Duck
the
Hunt.
opposite direction, since it takes away from one of its 9 hits. You can press it 9 times, but then after that, it explodes if you don't have anything.
Yeah, but like I said, though, like honestly, Duck Hunt, he relies a lot on his gimmicks, and you know, I think people really lose like whenever I play Duck Hunt. I think it really is not because Duck Hunt is like amazing or anything. The reason why I make Duck Hunt look good is because people don't understand how you're supposed to fight a Duck Hunt. There's a lot of people that are way too aggressive whenever I play against Duck Hunt, and whenever I use Duck Hunt, and they don't get like, you can just, you know, power shield or just hit the projectile and you'll be fine.
That could be
I
said
have
with
to say-
projectile characters. The more aggressive you are, the more you're going to be able to
But
get
to
easily
but
punished.
to that, I'm gonna say something. But I mean, to being aggressive against Duck Hunt, you need to be just precisely aggressive.
There you
Like,
go. That's better.
can't-
That's better.
you
That's
can't-
better.
You can't let Duck Hunt have the momentum. You need to get the momentum all the time yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just be on Duck Hunt's ass and just like.
Just don't give him any room to breathe. That's what Duck Hunt's weakness is.
Exactly.
He doesn't have anything to like, you know. He has a pretty good multi jab in my opinion because that shit's kind of annoying. It's not even that good. It's decent, but
You
after
just
that,
have to
though,
figure out how to SDI in that.
yeah, and then you're,
It's pretty
you know,
hard to get
that's- yeah. And then not only that, I haven't even got the Duck Hunt smash attacks. The poor guy can rack up
Oh, yeah,
damage
kill
easily,
options.
but his kill
Kill
options are so
options.
bad. Like people can just get out of Duck Hunt smash attacks, which makes me mad all the time. It has long
Maybe
startup. You know,
On top of that, he doesn't have many kill options.
He
Just
doesn't
the
have
smash
many
was,
kill options.
Pretty much it.
Quite
smash
frankly,
attacks, up air. He has up air, but you know you have to get the very last part of up air to actually have the true knockback to kill you. If you hit the,
It's also pretty obvious.
yeah, and if you hit the
see a Duck
first,
Hunt.
and if you hit the first two, it's not like it locks. Like, you know, it doesn't lock. So when you hit the up air, you have to have all 3 of them, or the last one, or else it's not going to register as a knockback. So you know, Duck Hunt is just Duck Hunt is just he just doesn't have
Isn't
many
the
kill
back
options.
air reliable though, as a knockback?
You still have to get a
But
read.
it's-
There's nothing that
I would
leads
still
to
say,
it.
I would say
the
Duck Hunt's
back
main
air
problem.
and the down air are pretty much the same, where only if you get a read will it actually be considered successful.
Yes, pretty much.
But I would say Duck Hunt's main problem is he's too obvious,
Yeah.
especially in killing.
It
Like,
pretty
you
much
know,
is.
if they're gonna jump under you, you know they're gonna do an up air. If they're gonna approach you with their back, they're gonna do a back air.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's the poor thing. Like, honestly, like, that's the thing about Duck Hunt. It's just once you start, understanding Duck Hunt, it's just obvious. It's just rinse, repeat over and over again. So, yeah, poor Duck Hunt. I honestly love the Duck Hunt, though. I really do. But, I consider him in the E tier. Next character we're going to put in here is Wii Fit Trainer in the E tier. Let me go ahead and find Wii Fit Trainer. But Wii Fit Trainer, I don't, maybe some people might, some people are going to be like, there's some people that actually do kind of work with Wii Fit Trainer. But the thing is about Wii Fit Trainer is, like, she just has some, she has some hitboxes that, the same with Zelda, they don't hit at all. So I don't know, how do you guys feel about Wii Fit Trainer?
It's just self-explaining, I would say. She doesn't have that much range, especially with her grab, and just side smash actually goes above some small characters if you don't hit it perfectly.
Yeah, like Pikachu.
Kirby,
I know Pikachu's a
Crouching
terrible.
Kirby.
I know Pikachu's a terrible matchup for Wii Fit.
Oh yeah,
Horrible.
Exactly.
absolutely. And this is speaking from experience.
And again, lacking kill options, I would say, is one of the
Yeah, I
like
feel like
smash attacks kill, up air kills, but
The sun
she doesn't have a kill
salutation
throw.
kills after a high percentage.
But you do have to get like a raid or sniping, but it can be air dodged if you want to get sniped, stuff like that.
What about the rage buildup that she has with the deep breathing exercise?
How does that
But
work?
again, you have
Anybody know how that exactly works?
The deep breathing?
No.
Mm-hmm. I don't play Wii Fit.
It like increases. It like increases the knockback in your attacks, and makes it like easier to kill like your opponent. Because
But then
I
again-
put,
Yeah, you go.
Gura, does that get stronger the higher percentage Wii Fit Trainer has, or is that just a standard?
I believe
one-time
so.
Damage count.
I think it would matter with percent on Wii Fit.
Mm.
Like
I mean, maybe we
I've
have
tried.
to go to ReUI for that to confirm everything.
That's true.
The thing with deep breathing is it
Because
does
I played Wii Fit
increase.
for a while. I haven't played it.
It does increase knockback, like Geraldine said, but it also increases Sun Salutation's healing factor, only slight bit more though. But with deep breathing, it allows Wii Fit Trainer to kill using forward tilt once the opponent reaches a certain percent.
Oh.
At later percents, like really late percents, you can start killing with up throw if you have deep breathing activated.
So it's
Cool.
pretty much like a Smash Monado without the downfalls.
Pretty much, it's like a really slight buff.
Yeah.
So now I gotta ask the question though: do you guys see Wii Fit maybe Because with that being said, right, we're agreeing that mainly her problem is that her hitbox is just for some characters they don't register. Could Wii Fit have potential to actually?
But I also still see here.
I was just asking, do you think Wii Fit has potential to maybe move up though?
I was just about to say, I mean, her recovery is also pretty linear, so you can be pretty much punished, especially from above. So it's not a fast recovery. It's just
The soccer
Goes
ball
up.
is the only thing that could actually help her with the recovery,
yeah.
but that could also be dependent on a read.
Can just shield it.
Mm.
Shield's a really easy option for most of what Wii Fit Trainer does. I can't really see Wii Fit Trainer going up in tier list just because, like, she lacks any real kill confirms, like, other than being able to up throw and forward tilt and maybe getting a read for one of her smash attacks. It's just highly
have a right back.
unlikely.
Bottom
She also
line,
lacks.
the buff would probably need to be really major to the point that it might as well just be a different character altogether.
I would say she also just lacks pretty much range in general. Like especially
Pretty
if you
much.
go if you go if you look at all the people that are up her tier, like sword fighters aren't gonna be outranged by her, and etc. etc.
There's only one.
One what?
Isn't there one swordsman that kind of matches close to her?
Well, don't spoil the next
I'm not
spot.
No,
spoiling it.
don't spoil the next one. Let me spoil the next one. Alright, so with this next character I'm gonna put there, I think some people are gonna be pretty upset with this character I'm gonna put on here. Because honestly, when he was announced for the DLC, everyone was hyped for him to come back because we didn't see him in Brawl. And with that being said, that should pretty much give away what character I'm gonna put in here. Putting Roy in here. I'm gonna let Ryu explain more as to why Roy is in this one. Because I agree with him. I just don't know how to explain it as well as he does.
Alright, so with Roy, our boy, he's put here
He's a
mainly
man.
for the fact that his hitbox, as well as he's basically just another Marth clone, his tipper isn't even really a tipper, it's at the base of the sword.
Yeah, the base, you mean? I was gonna say, you mean the base?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the base.
So it's fair to say
And-
it's non-existent.
No, it's not that it's not
true.
existent, Sandy. It's just that you have to be close for it to actually factor in. Like with Marth, his is about the spacing game. But the thing, because he has so many good tools about his spacing game, that it makes it easier to get his spacing in. Roy has to be in your face to get his benefit.
So basically,
Yeah.
anyone with an aggressive playstyle can probably pick up Roy easily.
Yeah.
It's just what
Hey,
just surprised
never hurts
me,
to ask.
What just surprised me
Yeah.
with at first seeing Roy down low is because so many people were hyped when he came out and placed him so much.
Because
So
we didn't
much
know
above
we didn't know
everyone.
how to play against them. That's really what it came down to.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. I'm not salty that he's that low. Just surprised.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Roy. I mean, he's pretty hyped to watch whenever someone actually uses him. But I mean, it's true though. Like the thing about him is that he has to be in your face, but he doesn't have exactly the best options to be in your face. He has like similar options to what Marv and Lucina have, even though they're not exactly clones, but they're like semi-clones, kind of.
Yeah,
of all three.
semi-clones like Lucas and Ness.
Yeah, so they have but the thing is Roy has the properties of having somebody spaced out, but the thing that benefits him is that you have to be in his face, or he has to be in your face. But he doesn't really have those tools that stick in your face. Other than he's fast, I guess.
I mean, he's also like Ryu told me earlier. It's also a fast faller, so
He is a fast follower. That's true. Yep, he gets comboed really easily.
coming back to this.
So
Yeah, as they were discussing, he is a fast faller, and the fact that he has to be in your face for his true sweet spot of the hit, which is how he mainly gets his kills, is the fact that most of his options just aren't safe on shield, so
there
you
you
can
go. That's the
shield
word I
grab
was
Roy
looking
a lot.
for. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ryu.
that's
I
true.
appreciate it. That's that's the term I was looking for.
And now with
No,
like Roy has good and confirms into killing, like he can do down throw to up B.
or up
but-
air.
Up there is a little more 50-50.
Well, I land the combo pretty often, especially early percent. Like like mid percent, I would say. Like early percent, I do down throw to up tilt. If they don't air dodge, or if they air dodge, I know they air dodge. I can do read with a side smash, or whatever. But at mid percent, I like to do down throw into up air. Which you can sometimes connect two up airs together.
All good options. I just find up B to be more reliable, and it adds on more damage, and it's easier to
Yes.
sweet spot it.
It's just he is a fast faller, but it's just leave you vulnerable if you don't really hit it. Especially against fast characters, since you go into the free fall stage.
Yo, I say it though, but I remember when Roy first came out though. Everyone was so hyped for this guy, dude. I remember
Exactly.
this. I remember that. How long ago was that? Last year? When he came out?
Feels like
That was
it's-
almost a year ago.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like anybody,
That was almost a year ago.
remember though, like how like when everyone was like so hyped for Roy and everybody was like a Roy main after he came out?
Yeah.
I
I
tried
don't
him.
know.
I was like, no.
because it was just a blast from
I
the past,
woke up
and
one morning-
everybody wanted that classic.
Yeah. One of the
But
nostalgia.
nobody really asked for him
And that they
besides
were
the
disappointed.
Roy players.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Point
But
taken.
yeah, I mean, man, for how the mighty have fallen, pretty much. Everybody
Yeah.
thinking this guy is like got so much potential, and now man, just look for him. He's honestly the definition of how the mighty has fallen. All right, so the next one, I think we're gonna get some criticism for the next one. Anybody think so before we reveal him? Anybody think that we're gonna have criticism for the next one that we're about to reveal?
I
mean-
would say yeah, just a little.
I mean, just leave the explaining to
I
realize.
get why we kind of agree with this one, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, man, because he's at certain ways, he's got, he's definitely a bottom tier when he gets certain things, but when he gets to a certain, when he gets a certain trigger effect, he's like the scariest motherfucker in the world.
I mean,
to deal with.
Shadow, it's your channel that's gonna be posted. We don't get the flame.
I know you
get the
don't.
hate.
Especially me.
So-
I'm gonna
so
get
we're pretty
all the
much
hate.
out of
I'm
luck
gonna get
here.
all the hate for this one, even though I disagree with this one. But the majority, see Ryu's case on this one. So the next one we're gonna put on here, yes, we're gonna put Lucario in the E tier. I
The
know a
aura
lot of people
factor.
are shocked here on this one. I'm gonna let you explain this one, anyway.
The blue bastard,
The blue bastard, as you like to call it.
like Ryu said.
Alright, the thing with Lucario is, yes, when he actually gets Rage and Aura, he's actually really hard to deal with.
Yeah, I put him like
You can
right
start-
here when he has his rage at the B tier. But you know what? When he's not, I put him down here.
Yeah, like, if he had some sort of, like, an earlier Aura effect, and maybe earlier Rage, he might be a bit higher, but the fact that he has to basically be put into kill percent before he really starts doing anything makes it a bit of a luck factor whether he wins or loses.
He's also, I don't know, how much does Lucario weight? How is he in the
Lucario is
weight?
Cloud's weight, if I remember correctly looking at it. They have the same weight.
It's interesting if he has that weight, considering that he's pretty floaty when he's in the air.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He was talking
Hey.
about it, putting him in kill percentage. Like that, I was also like thinking about how much does he weigh? Like that puts him in a certain class with the weight.
when I faced a Cloud in my tournament, I mean not Cloud, sorry, Lucario in my tournament, I think I killed him with an up smash at like 102.
Mm.
But you also have to say with
That
which
is-
character.
that is-
please.
With Fox.
With Fox.
I think it took me like at least like 90. Like I think if he didn't DI correctly, I probably is 90 with a Fox up smash. If
Sounds reasonable, yeah.
if it wasn't DI'd properly, if he DI'd it, I think it'd probably be 95. Where it's like this is definitely gonna kill.
Sounds reasonable from comparing him to Cloud.
So if I can, that's not me knowing like directly. It's not like I actually went to like, we're gonna dissect this. We're gonna dissect this matchup up correctly. No, I'm just going off based on what I had from a friendlies set
Personal
with Lucario.
experience.
So that's what I got.
Pretty morbid.
So
You're
There's
act-
actually something interesting I actually do like about Lucario, especially considering when you charge up his aura. If someone is close enough and they're not paying attention, you can actually sit there and just rack up percentage on them.
there's ways you can combo with that too, with the aura canceling
Yeah.
or whatever.
I never actually thought about that. I'm just thinking about it because I actually was able to win a match just by sitting there, charging the aura. Someone decided to walk into it, and they had no way of escaping since it was right next to the ledge.
Yeah, but his aura that's honestly his like metagame though, is like his aura canceling and all that stuff is how he has to be played. That's the metagame of Lucario. The thing about Lucario that honestly though that I agree that he's not a high tier is that his movesets are very slow. Like they're very laggy and they have a lot of startup.
Was just about to say
And
that.
also,
Yeah.
they have a lot of lag back once it's finished, especially
That
the
too.
up.
That too.
Especially with the up B, the more percentage you have, yes, he goes farther, but that means it's going to take him longer to
Yeah, if
actually
he misses the
back
stage
and
you're
collect
talking about,
himself.
right? When he
Easy
misses the
punishable
stage and
bait.
he just like sits there, or he's just literally sitting there, like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Cause like I said, I am a Fox man, and like I remember playing like whenever the person I was playing against would miss a move, it'd be the easiest thing to punish in the world. It was like up tilts for days, man, or just like grab and punish. Like, it was even when he was charging his smash attack, I just ran up and grabbed him because it's not his fault. He had a good read. It's just his moves are that slow. So that's another thing about Lucario. Yeah, so I think that's enough about Lucario, though. So the last person we have in this tier, and girl is gonna be heartbroken.
I'll do this if you
Girl,
want. I'll do
girl is
it.
gonna be
I'll do it.
heartbroken.
I'll stop myself. I'll do
What
it.
price
Okay.
to pay for an achy brain card?
Samus is
Put
what we
your
have
teeth
as the
out.
last
Girl.
person in the E tier list.
Oh man.
I am a Samus main. I've been huge Samus loyal for years of my life. But what we all discussed and decided why Samus is so low is because, like, she just can't do a lot. Like, sure, she has good combos, like I said about other people, but like, she just can't do much against other people. Like, yeah, charge shot, yeah, sword smash, yeah, Zaire. No, it's not enough. She doesn't have enough to do anything. And it crushes me to say this.
Worst role in the game, also.
It just
Thanks
sounded,
for rubbing it in.
it sounded like a speech for a funeral when you started.
It's like your pride was just swallowed. It's like, girl, I hated to admit, yes, I am a Samus main.
I don't hate it.
I don't think it's the fact that he hated it. It's just the fact that he had to shoot down his favorite so low. Not even mid tier. Not even close to mid. That's gotta hurt a little bit.
It hurts a lot. I just want to cry. You don't understand. I'm tearing up. I'm feeling the angst.
I'd give you a hug if I could, Gura. I really can't sympathize.
Thanks, Sandy. I appreciate that.
I can't really sympathize though, since you've bodied me with Samus so many times. So you know the coverage is justified.
You should sympathize because I'm adorable. I appreciate that.
You're just small, girl, not adorable.
Even if you sport the puppy dog eyes, I'm still gonna have my reservations.
Well, you can have it.
But yeah,
that's don't want to try this side with me either.
Poor girl.
Moving right along.
Girl, I just feel bad for you, son, on this one, man. I really do. I'm sorry, dude.
Let's not stomp on Gura so much for being his low tier.
Well, it's enough that half the people that use our bottom tiers. So half the people use our bottom tier. So
well, at least the next one coming up is a low tier, not a bottom tier. So
true.
Yeah.
Next one is a low tier, but at least it can be appreciated.
But we'll get to that low tier in a minute, and then we'll get to that low tier in a minute. This next one we're putting in next. Now moving on to the next section, which these are the low tiers. Like they're not. Like the weird section where these are the bottom tiers. Now we're moving on to the low tiers. Now this is the low tier that we're gonna start off with. Honestly, I'll be honest. I don't think he's very explored. I think he's better than better than the low tier thing. I honestly have him mid tier. Some might disagree.
I say he's one of the upper low tiers.
One of the upper low tiers. Okay,
yeah,
that's reasonable. Yeah. I just think we just don't know too much about this character, honestly, because I don't think really many people use this character. This character is the Charizards.
The awesome Charizard, you mean?
Yeah, honestly, I think he's a little underrated at the same time. I just think I want to see more of Charizard, to be honest.
Yeah. The thing about Charizard is even with the buff, it only went so far. I still have yet to see the up grab actually kill.
Well, he does. No, the up grab is one of his best kill options.
That's one of his best kill options, yeah. Especially on a battlefield or something. Like, something with a platform like Battlefield, Lilac Cruise, or Dreamland. You get like a Town and City, even if you have the one animation. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Manu. Yeah, like honestly, like at what, like at 80%, and you have some rage.
Well, if you have rage like above 100, it's gonna kill definitely.
Pretty much, yeah. So, honestly, I think and Zard's not very slow either. Like
not at all.
Compared to other heavies, he's not very slow.
The thing about Charizard is he does have good things for him, but he's also like his smash attacks are really strong. Like it's he can kill with every one of his smash attacks
doesn't
easily.
Doesn't his up smash attack have like invulnerability too? Like it has like a little like.
It has a little bit of invulnerability. Like it can protect you the one time, and then the second turn.
The second shadow, but we're saying. His smash attacks are really strong, but they're pretty laggy. Like if you miss a smash attack, you're definitely gonna get punished for it.
Mm-hmm.
But to go to what you're saying, the thing with Charizard is with his up smash his wings are only hitboxes. They aren't the hurtbox, so they're not gonna clash with anything. They're just gonna attack. Even Link's down air, I think, can just be avoided with the up smash. They aren't registered as hurt boxes. Like they're a little bit of disjointed hitboxes. So
they're disjointed hitboxes. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, this is a character that's like really underexplored. I think they just need to be more to like somebody out there that thinks like he needs to explore him more. I think he has potential to get a little bit higher in this tier list, honestly. But for right now, though, he is where he's at because we don't know much about him.
Well, at least he's gotten some sort of exposure. away from Squirtle and Ivysaur in contrast to Brawl.
I mean, at least he also got his buffs. Like I mean, I remember with the start of Smash, his up throw was actually his combo throw instead of his down throw.
What?
Like they were switched. They were switched at the start. Yeah, his down throw was kill throw, and his up throw was the combo throw.
I didn't know that.
But now it's totally switched. Like his up throw is the kill throw, his down throw is the combo.
I did not know the down throw was actually kill worthy.
Yeah, like I said,
Same, actually.
Something like this character. Honestly, in my opinion, we don't know much about. I don't think there's enough data on this guy, to be honest, to properly like rank him. So
I mean, at this point, even mains don't know how to fight Charizard.
I don't even know how to fight a Charizard. I got a funny story for you guys. I was on stream practicing for my first tournament, right? And like Manu decided to just go Charizard because he knows I have a heavies problem. I don't know why, but I just get bodied by heavies whenever I use Fox. And he went Charizard, and I got bodied by his Charizard, right? And then like Field Tensions was in the stream, and then Revi over here was like, hey, Field Tensions, teach Shadow how to fight a Charizard. And he was like, yeah, I don't know much about Charizard, nor do I fight many Charizards, so I honestly have no idea how to fight Charizard as Fox. And I was like, well then, even the competitive player that's like, ranked like top 10 in his region can't even help me out. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, that's how underexplored his character is, honestly.
The other thing also, Shadow, you didn't only get bodied, like you get really fucking bodied.
I got destroyed. You just down smashed me on Battlefield, I think, and then I was like, did I just die at 30% trying to recover?
Shadow, are you telling me you got completely aced?
I got
like
destroyed.
You couldn't get one stock?
Yes,
Sandy,
Sandy, I can show you how.
It was like the least expected thing I ever saw.
Please and thank you.
Like I don't know. Like honestly, I don't think people realize this, but Charizard's down smash. Like when you're trying to get somebody trying to get somebody with a 2-frame punish. Honestly, Charizard is a really, really good 2-frame punish.
Well,
I don't know.
It doesn't even have to be a 2-frame punish.
It doesn't either.
It's just
it's so long. It has such a huge hitbox, and it hits like a truck too. So that's a scary thing, man. I don't know.
That's why I was saying Charizard, his smash attack hit like a fucking truck.
It does. It does.
Pretty much all of the smashes do for Charizard.
So yeah, honestly,
exactly.
like I said, I think we need to. I think he has potential to go a little bit higher, but for right now, we're gonna put him right here because we don't know much about him. There's not many people that go to nationals with him or even regionals with him in that fact. So for right now, I think it's safe to say we can put him at low tier with potential to actually rise up later on in the metagame.
Shadow.
What's up?
I mean, speaking of hitting like a truck, you can also use it as a transition to the next character.
Speaking of hitting like a truck, though, we have another heavy here. I don't know. Maybe some people might disagree with us at the low tier. Some people might put him as bottom tier instead. But I think he's actually not that bad. I think he deserves his low tier spot. We have the DDDs.
The king of Dreamland.
The king himself. The penguin himself.
In my personal terms, he's called Daddy D.
Daddy D.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's,
Manu knows it. Manu knows it pretty well. The first time I tried to stream.
Yep.
There's a story behind this?
There is a story behind this.
Yes.
When I first started streaming, I could usually get the stream started, but then a few seconds later, it would actually stop. So it was actually kind of annoying. Both Manu and then another friend of ours, Otaku, was in there. And it got to the point where they just said, oh my gosh, it's DeadED again. And it became a hashtag.
Oh, wow.
No, but Shadow, that's not even the best part. You can't imagine how humiliated I felt when I went back to OBS. I checked the details to see that the reason why it's consistently stopping is because the hotkey to stop is one of my most common buttons that I use for when I'm drawing it. And I'm there thinking, oh, well, that was stupid. Well, at least I know that now, and I learned an important lesson. Don't use hotkeys for OBS. At least in my case, I can't.
But back to the tier list discussion, though. So why do we have DDD?
Yes, I digress.
Why do we have DDD in the low tier, on the low tiers?
I mean,
He's
first
bulky.
off, smash attack startups are sometimes, especially for a side smash, pretty long. Then obviously he's another heavy, so he's another big body character, so he gets comboed to death. Like Bowser has the same problem. The only thing that DDD has going for him is he has with his hammer, he has a giant destroyed hitbox, and also his, I think I have to ask Rio what exact the frame is, but his neutral is pretty dang fast. Don't know what exactly the frame is on it, but it's very fast neutral, yeah, coming out.
Yeah, do you have the frame data by any chance for any of the characters? Just curious.
Frame data. Let's see.
It's
If you,
now.
yeah, if you need,
neutral-
yeah, I was gonna ask if you need a minute to look for it. I mean, we can move on to the next character and then we'll just come back to it.
All right, Nair comes out on frame 7, so it actually
so
is a pretty fast Nair.
So there you go.
It's like, what is it? Two frames slower than Sheik's Fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a pretty damn fast aerial. And again, he has giant disjointed hitboxes that can just wall you out a little bit.
It's a very great float game too.
Yeah, recovery-wise, he has many jumps. I mean, he has a projectile that can get knocked back, but it's still he has a projectile.
The Gordo.
Yeah.
If only, honestly, I wish he would like kind of buff the Gordo a little bit because I feel like Gordo just gets like sent back by almost everything.
Yep.
Like a little too.
Unless you catch
much.
them off guard, but other than
You know
that,
what I mean?
I think-
they always get sent back.
There's
I think you only have to hit with a move that does 5%, I think.
And then it just knocks you back, and it just knocks back to.
And then already
unity.
gets knocked back, yeah.
Yeah,
the
actually,
spike works
that's
out
the
a
thing.
little bit better than Gordo does.
But
Yeah.
he has some setups though. So no, like I said, this is another character that honestly that there's not much about him either. So it's
He's
kinda
just
hard.
pretty. He hits heavy. He has a combo.
Yeah.
I actually have
Yes,
a question in terms of combo. What about
Sure.
the infinite hammer?
I think that's patched, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that's patched. I think
Infinite
that's-
Hammer is
I mean
really a thing.
the
Is it
The
a thing?
infinite
The
hammer
Jabba
where
Jet
it's
too?
just a 1-2 step rather than him spinning the hammer continuously. He'll
you
just
mean
go
his-
1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
His jab lock, yeah.
oh that.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
basically
so
a jab lock,
different.
thanks.
The jab lock doesn't really work. Like, you can get the jab lock for a little bit on some fast fallers, but most characters can actually SDI out of it.
Okay.
Okay,
So there you go.
it's good to know.
So DDD in the low tier list. Another character that honestly, like Charizard, doesn't have much data that we can go from on this one. Next
Just-
one though, we actually have another. It's
Again,
another
again, Gura.
again with Gura. Need a name for this character. That we're putting on
Another-
the tier.
You can go on, Gura.
Sorry,
Gura.
Have your second funeral speech, Gura.
Okay.
Palutina is the
This
next
is
one we
actually
have
my
out
third
here.
one. The third
Before you
one.
start, honestly, I don't think Palutina is that bad. I just think when you compare it to the rest of the cast, though, I just think she doesn't have much going for her, though. But her herself, I don't think she's that bad.
Some tools are just missing.
I think that's what it really comes down to. If we're talking about her whole entire kit.
And if we're talking about her down B, her counter sucks ass. It literally does. That's why we put her so low.
But
So-
yeah, her smash attacks are more garbage than my garbage can. except for her up smash, her smash attacks
They're
are
so slow.
they're
man.
really slow.
Like, here's how bad it
they're
is,
good
bro.
for, like,
when I
catching
play
off
your
guard, but-
Palutina, I can tell when you're about to smash attack. That's how bad it is.
But Gura, they have a wind box.
Like before her down smash comes down, before her down smash comes down, you could have tea with the queen. You can write a poem. You could go take a shower, and then by the time she's done, you're like, oh hey, look at that, and then you just shield. Like the only
an
only
angsty poem, Gura.
angsty poem. My down smash is bad. It comes out really slow, and I'm bad.
So that's considered a Loku, isn't it? What you just did, Gura?
I would say.
He just
I think so.
Put a Loku in a goddamn podcast.
No, seriously, that's specific. No, Shadow, if you're talking about something negative, it is literally called a Loku, especially if you have it in a poem at a 575 beat. I'm sorry. Had to throw that out there.
Well, it's
It's
also
okay.
she isn't
That's
high
knowledge.
tier, so it's
Spitting
not
that
Snap
high
some
tier.
candy.
poetic justice is all I'm hearing right now, and that's what I'm hearing right now.
Like, personally, if Palutena had quicker smash attacks and maybe a better counter, then she could be like a little higher than where she is now.
I mean,
You know
if
what?
we're
Give her
talking
her
about
custom
Palutena-
move. Give her her custom
Exactly,
moves.
I was about to say that. If
Well, yeah,
we're
her
talking about
custom?
Palutena, a custom Palutena. It's
Custom.
Like, if she had lightweight and super speed, and as like her standard specials, then she would do a lot better. Like Palutena custom is like god
Godlike.
because she is a goddess. So
But too bad that we're not talking about customs though. We're talking about regular Palutina.
If
That's
it's speaking of
true.
So
Palutena,
yeah, underwhelming.
But on the
Well,
on the real though, like honestly, like here's the thing about Palutena though that I figured out. There's a couple like matchups you'd be surprised that she actually has not that bad. She's actually not that bad in.
Yeah,
well,
like
if we're talking about Palutena,
I don't
we
think
also
she
gotta-
does.
Okay, go
I
on.
don't think she does
Gura.
well against Rosalina, does she? Ryui, she doesn't
No.
do.
Or
No,
Ryu.
not against Rosa.
Rosa just demolishes Palutena.
I was gonna say like someone like Luigi.
You know what?
I know
probably
she
I
does
felt-
she does something like really well against Luigi, from what I've been told.
I just felt comfortable fighting Rosa as Palutena in my past experiences fighting her. So
Another side note question I have: with Palutena and customs, isn't she the only character that her customs change everything? Like normal customs are normally
yeah, like
a different.
Palutena,
like-
Palutena and the Mias are the only characters in the game that have entirely different moves with different customs.
That's what I was wondering.
Like, yeah, like Zirasu has different like properties in her up B when you change it, but Palutena has a completely different one.
Yeah, like normal customs are just different properties and just.
Which is what makes her special. I was really hoping that like she had that. If only her customs were her actual, then that'd be great.
Yeah, that's the thing. But she has a combo game though. She does have a combo game. Her up air.
She has
and her up air
she has
is
a
not
really
that
nice
bad
combo
either.
game.
How
It's
good is her
predictable, but
hitbox though?
Her combo game,
They're kind of janky.
it's actually
Pretty janky,
odd, but it's there.
It's there, yeah.
but it's there.
Especially
Like,
up air.
yeah, like she can. Like, the thing is that Palutena has some moves, but it's just that it's just a lot of her moves are slow. That's her big issue.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
because
it's kind of like the Lucario effect I
she's
was
so-
talking about earlier, where it's like her moves are just really slow.
Just give her Sheik's frame that and we're all good.
Nah, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So,
would
yeah,
love
no,
that.
let's not do that.
Just
Let's
give her
not,
Sheik's frame that
let's
and we're
not
all
do
good.
that. Let's not do that.
Let's do that.
Shadow, why not give everyone Sheik's frame that?
Let's not do that.
Like Captain Falcon's.
Zira's down smash comes out of frame
Oh,
time.
God. Moving on. Next one we're moving into a character that returned from Brawl is Lucas.
Sorry, Yukai Rai.
Sorry.
So
I'm not
Lucas,
sorry,
okay,
actually,
what
I
are our
don't
thoughts
care.
on Lucas? What are our thoughts on Lucas here? I think Ryu
mean,
probably has the best idea.
yeah.
The best idea here that can explain us about Lucas.
Alright, I
Not
tried
really bad.
playing Lucas like I think it was just
Okay.
yesterday.
Yeah, but
And- Like the biggest problem with Lucas is the fact that he doesn't really have that great of a mix-up option. Like, if you want to stay safe on shield, then you're mostly going to be spamming Zera and PK Fire.
And maybe possibly forward air, but you have to space that out correctly to keep it safe.
Yeah, there has to be really spaced. Same with Zera. You have the max range there as well, or else it can be shield grabbed. Then, like, in terms of combo, he has early percent combos, and then he does have a true combo going from earliest, I'd say about 80% for some characters, where down throw into double jump up air is a true.
He has a kill throw,
doesn't
Yeah, it has a kill
yeah,
throw.
so he's got that going for him. He's got a, what is it? Like, he also has that one infinite, that not that infinite, but that jab lock. But it's really hard to pull off, to be honest.
Yeah.
But can you do the same like you could do Isam does with Pikachu with a side tilt?
I
When
think
they're
it's the
killing
same.
the
I think
opponent,
it's weird. It's like a footstool kind of thing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like Pikachu can do if someone doesn't tag it and lays in front of Pikachu, you can jab him, and they can't roll out of it.
I don't think
I
it's
think-
the same because I think you have to end it with a
I think
back air.
Lucas-
You have to end it with a back air.
Yeah, but I've seen it before. Lucas doing a side tilt when they are on the ground, like
Maybe.
a down tilted side. A down tilted side tilt, then it hits him on the ground too. I think.
Then
And
probably.
down tilt can lock them if they don't tech certain things, but the primary one that Shadow was talking about was the down throw to nair to footstool, then fastball dare locks them.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yep, that's the one I'm
God.
talking about. It is. It's there. I've seen it done before, but honestly, that thing is complicated, and I don't know. I think honestly, like at low level play, if you're like really good, with Lucas, I think it's easy to pull off. But if you're talking about we're talking about high level play here, right? We're talking about like two people that are really really good. Like we're talking about tournament level here, right? I don't know. With people that are actually like really good at teching, I don't think it's gonna happen very much.
Especially try to build such a combo of online.
I mean, it's not too hard to do online. It's just you have to really read the DI after the Nair.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
once you got the footstool, then the rest of
Pretty
it's
much.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucas honestly just doesn't really have very good. It's very hard to mix up with Lucas. It's very like straightforward. His game he's supposed to play. I mean, like we said, Lucas at least has some things going for him, like a kill throw at least that he can rely upon. But
He has 2 kill throws actually.
he's got what?
If you think about it, he has
Yeah,
2 kill throws.
he has
His
the back
up
air.
throw
He has
and
the
his
back
back
air.
throw.
If you're at the ledge, yeah, it does kill at certain percents. Also has a true combo for a kill, I think. I don't know, maybe at the rate of DI, I don't know. It might be a true combo at certain percents where it's like an up throw to an up air. So he has
down
he
throw
has-
to up air.
down throw to up air.
His
thank you.
Nair's pretty reliable too, isn't it?
His Nair? No, his Nair.
There.
Zaire.
There.
If you space it,
Depends.
if you space it,
Depends,
if you
yeah.
space very well, it can be dependable. The thing about Lucas though, you have to honestly like do a lot with Lucas like to win versus like the characters that are above him. He's not a bad character, but he's not a very good one either. That's the thing.
Basically saying that there has to be 10 times more effort.
You have to
To
put a
actually
lot
make
of
him
effort. Yeah, you have to put a
viable.
lot of effort into Lucas to win like the characters that are like above him, in my opinion. Like he's honestly not that bad though. He's definitely not the worst character in the game, but he's definitely not very overwhelming. Honestly, I think as long as you just understand how to fight Lucas, he has trouble. If you don't understand how to fight Lucas though, he probably will beat you.
Yeah.
I also think Lucas has very many problems against someone that outranges him. Like let's say sword characters. Especially what I was noticing, Link can pretty much range him pretty well with his projectiles that can't be absorbed, and then he has a sword range.
And also, not only that, people that rush him down, he can't really land safely either. If you catch him landing, he has some problems. He has some problems landing because I know that as Fox, if you just if you're in his face all the time, he's had some trouble. He has some trouble just trying to keep away. So. Yeah, that's Lucas, honestly. Like I said, Lucas, he's not very bad. He's not a very bad character, honestly. There's no, we're not saying that he's bad or anything like that bad or anything. It's just there's just characters that are just I feel like just do more with what
Basically, someone who does the exact same thing he does, but they get a lot more benefit out of it.
They get a lot more benefit out of it by doing the same thing that he does.
Especially thinking about his the one he was cloned off from.
We'll talk about him when we get to him
later on. But...
So this next character also breaks my heart a little bit. I hate to admit it. I honestly think this character is underrated, but there's not much to actually prove my point with him. But I think eventually, once people actually pick him up, he will get better. I'm not saying that he's a top tier or anything, or a high tier even. I think he's actually a mid tier, but I think, like I said, he just doesn't have many players playing him, and also not only that, he doesn't really have the results to back him up. And his character is Falco, the bird eater.
Shadow, you're thinking of Melee. This isn't Melee.
You're thinking of Melee. But no, honestly, hear me out, though. Honestly,
you think of 20XX.
You're thinking of 20XX. I think Falco has a really, really good combo game, honestly. The thing that holds Falco back from honestly being very good, though, is that he's just... The thing that he has really trouble with is that he's very slow. So, the thing with Falco is that he has to pretty much let the opponent come to him. Because if he approaches and misses... then, he's going to take some damage. And, even when he does punish somebody, you have to be really perfect with the punishes because he's very slow. He doesn't really have much speed on him. His game literally is what he says. He prefers the air. He has really good combo game when, when he gets a combo, you're at 40%. But the real question is, why is he even getting 40% on you sometimes? What, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't really have many options at the same time to, get you at that 40%. You have to be really read heavy with Falco, honestly. And he doesn't really have many safe approaches other than maybe back air and a retreating nair as his approach options. Spaced out down tilt. I'm sorry?
What about the gunner? Is that a possibility considering that there's actually some extra knockback?
The gunner?
The gunner? You mean
the laser?
His laser, I'm sorry.
His lasers are very slow, Sandy. They're super slow. They're almost honestly. You only use laser really to gimp people, from if you can
So it's only an anti-air sort of thing.
Not even. It's just to gimp someone like Mac or someone with a poor recovery. Honestly.
Okay.
I mean, Shadow, I would say, in all honesty, I would say one thing that also drags Falco pretty much down is that his counterpart is just way better.
Yeah.
Like
True.
it's like Fox, like the one he was same basically in Melee. Like he's just way more better at doing what Falco does.
What Falco does, yeah. It really is. And, I mean, there's some things that are cool. There's some cool tech about him, like his down air cancels. But the down air cancel, you know, even though it's a cool tech that people found out about Falco, it's really hard to pull off to be consistent with it, to be honest. So that's really just about Falco. There's not really much there's not really much data about him also in tournament right now. You know, he's definitely a character that's very underexplored, but his combo game is very good and he does have a bit of potential. I think he's a solid low mid tier. I don't think he's that low tier because, you know, he has a lot of combo starters when he actually hits. But again, like I said, to play with Falco though, you can't be too aggressive, and it's very hard to approach with him. There's only two options with Falco to approach. I mean, I know Izza, I've seen a guide of him approach with with a short hop to illusion right away. But you also gotta space that right too, and it's not even, you know. Honestly, it's not even the best option to approach. My honest opinion, the best way Falco should approach is retreating Nair, because of multiple hitboxes. But that's honestly what I feel about Falco. What's up?
I was just about to wrap it up. I was just about to say, I would just say Falco is just, his speed makes him more of a situational punishing character.
It really is. Honestly, like I keep saying, the problem with Falco, honestly, was never his, moves. It was more that, this guy needs a speed buff. It's really what it is. If he had a speed buff, he'd be so much better than what he is right now.
But then he would also be almost Fox.
Pretty much, too, I guess. So, we got the adorable Kirby's for the next one in the low tiers.
The pink puff.
The cuter pink puff.
The cuter pink puff.
I agree. I second this.
You second that?
I mean, we already talked about it earlier. Clown shoes and blush. You can't go any better than that.
I mean, is it really clown shoes, though? I mean, you don't know if it says feet or not.
Before there's a debate on this, I think they're shoes.
Now, I will say this about Kirby. What I like about Kirby's game, Kirby has a really good combo game.
He does.
He does. He has a really good combo game. But I remember actually watching Esam's tier list on this one. I kind of agree on him on this one. For this one.
Don't bring E7 in the chat. Oh, wait,
I shouldn't. But I do have to agree. But I do have to agree with one thing he did say with this one though. Kirby does have to have a lead pretty much to keep the thing going because not everything is also safe on shield with Kirby.
True.
But the momentum you can collect with the floating fair is actually pretty good. Even if the hitbox might be a little bit small in percentage, I could be wrong.
Yeah, he has a small hitbox. He can duck under projectiles.
He has a good call. Yeah, I mean,
can duck and walk under projectiles. Very few can actually do that successfully.
Can sometimes change the game how it goes if he just sucks an ability because he has that thing that goes for him that the Kirby hats.
Depending.
And depending.
Like especially.
What's up?
Especially if you fight a Shulk with Kirby and get a Monado Kirby going, that's pretty scary.
I don't know. How do you guys? I don't know. Overall, around the round table, how do you guys feel about Kirby?
I think he's a really good character, honestly.
Even
if he is low tier, there's so much he's got going for him. It's just maybe it's the damage that sets him back.
I mean, he's pretty light. He's not that fast as other characters that are as good combo heavy as him.
Mm-hmm.
But he has good combos going for him, and he has a good his smash attacks kill pretty good, especially side smash. It's just he needs to get going. He needs to get the momentum. But if you don't have the momentum, you're gonna pretty much gonna get screwed over.
Pretty much.
He has great kill confirms as well, using their down tilt. I mean, eventually up throw will kill.
True.
If you're lucky enough to get the hammer fully charged, that's also a free kill at really early percent.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But that's if it's baited properly.
That's
just mind games.
That's just mind games, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really gotta fuck with somebody so hard to make that work.
That's the basis of what Kirby does, though.
Yeah.
He needs to mess with people in order to keep the momentum.
I will say this, though. I do agree with what Larry said. He is a good counterpick to Fox.
And he's adorable. Don't never count out the more adorable things.
Right. See, that's a character you can take home.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Screw Jigglypuff. I'm gonna take Kirby away from
Come
it.
on, you know you love the jig. You guys know you
No,
love the
forget
jig.
Jigglypuff.
Man, bring
Forget
the Tootie,
Jigglypuff.
bring the Puffball back. We're Hungry Box out to help me out in this case.
Look at Jigglypuff's hair. It's Kirby doesn't even have hair.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, I've seen better hairstyles. That's all I'm gonna say.
And how could you agree with his taunt is cute? I taunt. How could you disagree with that taunt?
Thank you, Manu. Thank you.
We also have
But the clown shoes.
The clown
Exactly.
shoes.
But the clown shoes only make him more adorable, though.
The blush makes him like 100% cuter.
I can't believe we're actually we're actually debating between Jigglypuff and Kirby and the cuteness scale right now.
Hey, on the cuteness tier
On a
list,
tier
Kirby's
list
S
podcast.
tier. On the cuteness tier list, Kirby's S tier.
Can we move on to the next one or no?
We will move on to the next one, which is the
Going from one ball to another ball.
Yeah, pretty much we're going from one ball to another ball, and this one is Pac-Man. I don't know much about Pac-Man other than Abadango used to be really good with Pac-Man.
Just give Rio the mic.
I know Pac-Man was a great game.
I'll give Rio
Yeah.
this one.
Nobody else can talk much about Pac-Man besides him.
All
I have a
right.
story about Pac-Man afterwards.
Well, all right, Gerald. Now with Pac-Man, he's actually a pretty good character once he gets going. With his being able to change what fruits he uses, changes up his projectile game quite a bit. His projectiles aren't quite as good as others, but he's still a pretty decent zoning character. He can use the hydrant to help with his zoning.
Also, his fruit properties are pretty much like can mix up a whole game. Like some go fast, some go slow, some hit harder, the bell stuns and stuff like that.
You really have to make your opponent keep thinking which one you have with you. If they can't guess which one, then it's actually pretty much a free hit most of the time. I mean, he can set stuff up using the melon, the Galaga spaceship, can set up hydrant stuff. The only issue with Pac-Man is he has the worst grab in the history of grabs.
Oh god.
It has range, but it might as well not have any range.
It's the slowest thing in the world.
It's slower than it's more punishable than if you miss a side smash with Bowser.
It's so bad,
Yeah.
dude. It really
So
is.
You can actually hit out of Pac-Man's grab since it's so slow?
If you don't get hit, it has so much ending lag.
Yeah, because
I don't know how many frames. It's like two or 3 seconds of ending lag that you need to wait until the grab is
feels like
finished.
it feels like it.
Wow.
It really does. It's just a bad. Honestly, you shouldn't even be grabbing with Pac-Man. Is what it feels like. That's how bad it is.
But isn't this back throw pretty reliable kill throw later on?
If you get
It can kill.
if you get caught by Pac-Man's grab, I don't know, man. You got more problems than just getting caught by Pac-Man's grab.
I've just seen it kill sometimes.
I
That's
know,
all
I'm
I
kidding.
know.
I'm messing, but that's just what I feel like. I'm like, yo, how you getting caught by that grab though? That's what I gotta ask.
It's a kill throw, but it's like, why even bother going for that when you're not going to land it most of the time? Pac-Man's grabs, the second it starts and you see the little grab animation, it's like, let me go make a sandwich. I'll be back.
And then maybe he'll consider moving closer to actually grab and it still won't work.
Also, one thing that I always say about Pac-Man, if you think Villager is a psychopath, look at Pac-Man. He always smiles. He always smiles. Even if he gets
smiles.
Yep.
He kills
The only
you,
time
he
he does
smiles.
it is
hit,
when he gets
killed,
knocked back.
smiles.
So true.
He smiles when he kills you, he smiles while he drowns.
He
He's
smiles.
always smiling.
I'm drowning, everybody! Woohoo!
He's more of a psychopath than.
Oh, he's a psychopath? I thought he was gonna be a sadist.
No, I mean he even smiles right after he gets hit though. So
True.
it just gets hit, and then 1 second later goes back to smiling.
Segue to the next character.
Indeed.
So
But how? How are you gonna make a transition from being a psychopath to?
I don't know, man. Because I don't know. Rocky
Maybe
Balboa.
segue wasn't the right word, but we catch your drift.
Next
I know what you
character.
mean.
Next character we got, I think honestly, like, when it comes to low level play, a lot of people have trouble with this character, but when it comes to like top level play, a lot of people, know how to deal with this character.
He's gonna get knocked out easily.
Little Mac it
Unfortunately,
is.
yeah.
In my opinion, if it wasn't for how bad Little Mac's recovery is, I think this guy would honestly be one of the best characters in the game. But unfortunately,
but
it's not the case.
well, here's one thing that I was saying earlier. If you're gonna do a Little Mac in a tournament level, I think nobody's gonna fight you honestly. Like if they get a chance, they will just throw you off stage and kill you
Pretty
at 0%.
much, that's the problem. There's two Little Mac. There's like two things that happen with Mac, right? Either the match with Mac lasts for 20 seconds because the guy just like camps aside and the guy gets anxious, throws him off stage, and then just calls it a day, or the Mac gets it going or something. But then because even then though, you just gotta wait for him to throw something unsafe, and then you can just grab him and punish him, or just just attack him. Like I think Ryu over here had like this conversation as to why like ZSS is like one of the worst matchups ever for Little Mac, because once he does a side smash, once he does like a smash attack, all you do is a grab. That's it.
Yeah, it's as Ryu I was saying like earlier before we started the podcast. It's like on stage he's a top tier, but if you consider the whole fighting area, he's pretty much a low tier.
Pretty much. I mean, then we really have to digress more about Little Mac. Honestly, I think this is like all we can talk about Little Mac. Honestly.
Well, he's fast,
one more
hard-hitting.
Fast, hard hitting. Wait, we pretty much hit it in the hill though. Like when he's on the ground though, he is amazing. He has really good frame data and hits hard.
Yeah, on stage he's a top tier.
Yeah, but it's just that recovery is really bad. Like there's some characters that have really bad recovery, but like the definition of like, yo, you're a bad character because your recovery is really that bad is really what the definition of Little Mac is. His recovery is that bad to the point we have to knock him down.
Speaking of recovery and off stage, to come back, what we forgot about another character, Lucas' recovery. Gets pretty much can be easier gimp too.
We did forgot to mention that one too.
We forgot to say talk about the recovery of Lucas.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
We forgot to talk about many recoveries in all honesty, but
we'll get to that. We'll get to those in a minute.
I'm just thinking.
Don't say it.
What was that? Oh yeah. Something else that I think that most people actually don't do with Little Mac, at least if they're playing him appropriately, they never use side B while on stage.
Or
at least seldom they do.
That's more of an online thing, though, like for glory thing that people just side B off the stage. Usually, when people that actually play with them.
Guys, you have to admit though, when people do it on For Glory, it's fun to watch.
I mean, what Sandy means is probably approaching with a side B on stage and hitting you. Not flying into the For Gloria stage.
Oh my god.
So some people will do it.
Some people still take the For Glory way out.
They do take the For Glory way out.
Yeah.
Especially for one thing that I was saw once coming from when we're coming to the next character.
So next character,
Well, you can already put him on screen. I was about to say something with this character at Little Mac.
What are you gonna say about Little Mac?
So, I mean, next character we're gonna have on screen. I mean, you can put him on already. It's next character's gonna be the 2D Game & Watch.
Game & Watch. I think he has potential. I think he can rise in the tier list.
No, let me go back to Little Mac.
Go ahead. Oh, okay.
One thing that I saw once, someone did with Game & Watch against Little Mac. Since Game & Watch down tilt has a
win box.
Air hitbox. He's pretty much, if you side B in front of Game & Watch and he down tilts to you, you're gonna fly above Game & Watch and just automatically go into your
That just shows you how just shows you like why Little Mac is down here. Like that's really it. I know there's like Little Mac mains out there that want to prove it wrong, but that's it. It's like when you have things like this that kill you at like 0%. It's like
it's just a funny kill.
It's basically just saying rest in peace, Fight Club Prodigy.
Yep.
I know,
That's also a good transition to speaking about Mr. Game Watch, Jake.
Yeah, Mr. Game & Watch though. I think Mr. Game & Watch has potential. Honestly, I think he has a really crazy combo game.
Yeah.
So probably the most jank out of any character by far.
And probably the most and the most RNG.
And
out of
probably the most
characters.
RNG. He can shut down certain playstyles. You guys mean like when you have a projectile heavy character, he can literally just absorb it with a bucket. And then like not only that, down throw bucket is amazing. Like it kills like a shit ton of people at 8%.
Well, I mean,
But that's
the way
only if it's completely full and someone is actually,
that's why I say like it
fall for
shuts down certain playstyles. Like you can't just be zone heavy all the time if he's able to absorb your projectile. So like
Yeah.
I mean, you can. The thing is about the bucket, you can absorb some things that you don't think that you can absorb. I think
That
Gura
too.
can. I have a story with a match against Gura. Do you remember?
Are you talking about the one where you absorb my down smash?
Yes, you can just.
You absorb Zeus's down
Oh
smash?
my word!
Yes.
What?
I had the bucket.
I didn't even know that.
He did two stun guns, to paralyze against, and I absorbed both, and then he was charging a down smash, and I just ran up and filled the bucket.
Wow.
See what I mean? That's what I mean though. Like he has like
The
his
video's
bucket
on
does
somewhere on
shut
YouTube.
down certain playstyles.
I think
because
I
it
think
needs
I have
to clear
it.
the
I
bucket.
think.
It's still on there somewhere. I was low key upset. I was
know,
like,
and
wow, wow.
I was low-key just laughing my ass off.
But yeah,
like,
that's
wow.
the thing about, like I said though, that's the thing about Gamer Watch. That's why I say I think he has potential. Right now, he doesn't really have the biggest results ever, but I think he has enough in his kit that makes him potentially higher. I think he's going to eventually move on to the C tier, even possibly B tier. I don't know if maybe I'm overrating him. You probably guys think I'm probably overrating him, but
I don't think so.
like I think he has some potential in him. And to know the fact that he has one of the highest RNGs, like Manu said, like yo, if you down throw somebody and read someone's air dodge and just 9 him, that's your stock. That's it.
Another thing you need to take in consideration with Mr. Game Watch is up smash.
Up smash is in what's it called, invulnerability frames. Like you can't.
Invulnerable, yeah.
Yeah, you can't hit it because you're.
It just cancels out.
Yeah, it just cancels out. Yeah, so
Stupid old me has tried to challenge it way too many times, so I don't do that anymore.
Okay, now kids, now you know if you want to play against Geraldon, play Game and Watch.
you play Game and Watch, guys. If you want to play against Gura, just play Game and Watch right away. Hit up Gura's Twitter. Hit up Gura's Twitter. Hey, Gura, I want to play some friendlies with you. All right, cool. I'll play some friendlies with you, and then just pick Game and Watch, man, and just just get the bucket or just 9 the whole time. Just try to get the 9 the whole time.
In before Game and Watch Gauntlet for poor Gura.
I have a huge problem with Cloud.
With your mains, you put it on yourself that you're gonna get fucked by Game & Watch. I mean, Zero Suit can be absorbed. Tolitainer has a neutral beat that can be absorbed. Samus Charge Mash can be absorbed.
I'm just absorbent.
Yeah, just absorbing everything.
Like Game & Watch is just so absorbent. There is nothing you can do but just sit and suffer.
Exactly.
You can turn what I just said
soul.
into a deep Tumblr post.
You just will bucket your soul and throw it back at you.
Exactly. People take my kindness, throw it back at me
Exactly.
as nothing. Angst. There we go. Applaud me.
Edgy girl.
So now that completes the low tier list, by the way, everybody. For the low tier part. Honestly, like I don't know. I feel about the low tier. I don't know about you guys. I feel like low tiers do have can make some noise. It just feels like some of these characters just have to work more for what they actually have. They're not bad characters. They're not bad characters.
There just needs to be some kind of revolutionary pace set up. It's just not there as yet. Especially considering that everything else after this, it's usually not challenged.
It's really more that they have to work with what they got, Sandy.
But it's just you have to. I would say like low tiers, you have to work more with them. But even if you're playing a low tier and go up against the S tier, you're still gonna get fucked pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. The matchups aren't very good for you. There's certain ones that do better than others. Like I don't know.
Charizard against Fox.
I guess there you go. Yeah. It's just I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know how that matchup goes because even the competitive player didn't even know how to deal with that. I didn't know about that one.
Just Shadow Dragon is higher on the nature list as a pop.
Yeah, there you go. It's just natural selection, I guess.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's just nature.
So before we move on to the mid tiers, any closing statement on the low tiers before we move on to the mid tiers?
Well, potential wise,
besides my sorrow dying. Okay, then
Any potential you see for these characters that we mentioned? I told you guys, I think Falco and both Falco and Game & Watch have potential to move up. Even Charizard does too.
I've been seeing a lot of.
I agree with Charizard having that potential.
Yes. Like some
I've been
Only
seeing a lot
because
of
it's a character I'd like to
lately.
pick up again.
we're gonna teach you, Sandy.
Like,
We're gonna teach you.
There's a pro player who plays Palutena. He's not known, I don't think. His name is Prince Ramen.
I know who he is.
Oh, you know? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the way he plays Palutena is super weird. It's no smash attacks. It just see down throw to everything that you would normally see.
Well, Gura, to that one strat with Palutena, I think Rio, I can agree with that too. It's from personal experience. What Palutena can do, it's not that much of a flashy game style, but it's pretty much what it can do is just have your back to your opponent and approach with back airs. Just do nothing but back airs. Bait the opponent and back air. Because even if you
They haven't done a lot.
even if you do clash it, back air, since it's her shield, she's invulnerable because of it.
That is exactly correct.
I've even noticed that we've been playing. I've been doing a lot of back airs, I think.
I've noticed that.
I'm just turning around, back air, have my shield.
You're catching
Exactly.
you're catching my habits of Fox, and when I just back air because it's so amazing.
Especially since back air is
I've
also
been
pretty
playing really
strong.
mindlessly.
Back air is also pretty strong, girl.
Yeah, Valentina
Yeah,
back air
it is.
pretty-
I love
it's
it.
really
I love
good. It's
it.
actually really good. Believe it or not.
When I
Oh,
first
I
started
mean-
playing Palutena, I was like legit. My Palutena was so bad. I just didn't do anything good, and I think I dropped her for a while. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Then I picked her.
Oh
up again.
no.
So I guess we move on to the useful characters
The
now.
mid tiers, these guys. So
The
first
useful
mid-tier-
characters.
The first mid tier that I got here, which people might be surprised here, Dr. Mario. Now,
You
how do you
mean
guys feel
fake
about
Mario?
this one?
Fake. He's a fraud
Oh,
doctor.
fake-
Don't trust him with any.
Okay, then
PH.
No, on
everybody
the real-
carry an apple a day. That's it.
No, on the real, Dr. Mario, he's like, I think you guys said this, but Dr. Mario, he's like bad, but he's good. Like you just gotta get like some good reads on your opponent, and then they'll be like, "Oh wow, how is he hitting me with all this? What's going on here? I thought I was better than this. Wow."
He doesn't have all the Mario combos, but you can still, if you don't throw, you can still do an up tilt string to up airs. But his main problem is just he's stronger than Mario. That's the thing, but he has a worse recovery.
But it's not the worst recovery ever,
Yeah.
though.
But
It's not
worse
the
than
worst
Mario.
recovery, but in
It's worse than
comparison
Mario.
to his original counterpart,
That's what I was talking about, Chad. It's
Yeah.
worse than Mario.
It's worse than Mario, but it's
Not
not the
the
worst.
worst, it's
Yeah,
just
it's not the
worse
worst
than
thing in a game, though. It's not Little Mac bad, but it's just
I
you
mean-
gotta work with it. You gotta work with it.
I mean, if you're talking about recovery, I mean, Jigglypuff has literally no up E.
This is true, but no. What I'm saying though, like I'm
because
just saying,
it's
like,
a balloon of a character.
Exactly.
but yeah, that's honestly about Dr. Mario though. Like Dr. Mario, he has the frame data. He has the same. Doesn't he have the same frame data as regular Mario?
Some moves are a little bit slower, I think.
A little bit slower. Okay.
Fair is a little bit slower, I think. I don't know. Maybe just a few frames.
I mean, they certainly have
But
different properties, but I mean, they're
Exactly.
pretty much they're
Basic-
similar.
Do the projectiles share the same frame data?
Well, the thing about the
I think so.
projectiles is that it has a different like hitbox. Like the pill, the way it like bounces or whatever, doesn't exactly go the same like the same. It's not exactly the same hitbox as like a fireball. If that makes sense.
Well, in that thing, you have to go over Dr. Mario's moves and compare them. Like the pill, it can be absorbed, but it has different properties. Like it can be absorbed, it can still get knocked back. It hops a little bit different.
There you
Then
go.
you have to. Then, for example, you have the cape that doesn't stall you in the air. But
Yeah, the
it's
cape
still
doesn't stall you either.
Almost, it's the same, except it doesn't stall you in the air. He has a different uppy. That's the tornado and not a flood and stuff like that. You just have to go over the. He has different properties. Like he has a different down air. His F smash, Mario's F smash is stronger the further away it is, and Dr. Mario is stronger the closer the opponent is to Dr. Mario. You just gotta have to go over it.
Yeah, so that's Dr. Mario, pretty much in a nutshell. And Dr. Mario has some. He has some pretty good. He has a pretty. I wouldn't say a pretty good matchup spread, but he's got a not too bad matchup spread either.
Well, he's pretty much heavy Mario.
He really is heavy Mario. That's really what it is. And like
Well,
I
that
said,
answers the
he still has some combos. It's not the up tilt string of like Mario, but he's got some combos.
But he still has he still has down throw to up air combo. So.
Yeah, he has the down throw to up air combo. So
and if like I said,
or back air. You know,
like I said, if somebody approaches you and you catch them with an up tilt on the ground, you can still do up tilt strings or two up airs.
Yeah.
It's just he has no confirmation to the up tilts.
Yeah, he's just got to play him a little bit different compared to regular Mario, but he's not bad. He's not that bad though.
No.
So next one we got Marth and Lucina. We're gonna put them both together at the same time because they're essentially kind of like the pits. They're essentially pretty much the same character. One has a tipper, the other one is just average. It's just like average, doesn't have like benefit either tipper or the base of the sword like Roy. So yeah, it comes to them.
But the speed makes up for it, does it not?
No, it's
No,
no. I think actually Roy is a little bit faster actually.
Oh, you're talking about Roy. Roy is faster. Roy is faster. Yeah, Roy is faster.
Yeah.
But we're
he's a fast faller.
Yeah, we got Marth and Lucina though. But the thing about Marth is that he recently got buffed. I don't know, man. How do you feel about like Marth now?
I was just about to say. I mean, I can say a lot about Marth since I'm starting to secondary him now, as a second main, except next to Yoshi. I feel like Marth. I think he actually got a little bit his range a little bit buffed too. I think, if I'm correct. But yeah, it's just Lucina and Marth are pretty much the same. They just have different usages and matchups, I would say. Like if you absolutely can't space someone out, then Lucina is the one character to go to, since she has the exact same moves, but she sacrifices the tipper for having a pure strength, like the same hitbox on the whole sword.
Doesn't like since we're talking about like in a scenario of like, you know, if like let's say Marth hits somebody at like the exact like spacing that Lucina had. Let's say like they're in the middle of the sword. Doesn't Lucina technically kill faster also?
But yeah, since Marth to kill faster, he basically has to hit with the tip, but he kills earlier than Lucina's side smash, for example. But even if you don't hit the sweet spot, then Lucina would kill faster. Since like I said, she sacrifices the tipper for having the whole strength on the whole sword.
And you know, not only that, like the frame data buff that they gave Marth, he honestly has better. Like he honestly has pretty good. Like he can actually space out people a lot better than what he used to. Like back then.
Yeah, like I said,
like
I'm pretty sure he got a little bit of range buff too.
He did. At least I think it feels like. I need to look into that one, but I know that I know he got a frame data buff, and he feels faster than what he used to be. He can definitely he has the tools to space out people a lot more than what he used to.
It's just with Marth you really have to space people.
Yeah, it really is.
Like if you get the tip, it's pretty much at 50% your most characters are dead.
There's nothing
But Lucina takes a little bit longer to kill, but she kills always not with the tip. I just really need spacing with Marth. That's all you really need, and patience. Be patient, space it out, and wait for your chance to get a tipper.
And now here's a character that we got that I don't know how to feel about this character we're about to put on here, but Bowser Jr.
You do that, Shadow? I actually have a question about Marth's tipper, which is the side beam.
Yeah, a side beam.
How often do you actually use that to help you recover?
Side beam, you mean? Or?
It's not.
Yeah, side.
Side beam.
It's not really. It's not. It doesn't really. It doesn't stall you in the air like it did in Melee. It just, you know,
exactly. Melee was the thing that side beam didn't.
Yeah, Melee and Brawl.
Unless it was patched.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything in.
It doesn't. It doesn't exist in this game.
No.
No. It just gives you maybe it lets
Neutral
you
B is the one that you would help.
Yeah, if you charge neutral B all the way.
Yeah, fully charged neutral B can propel you forward, and then
that's another thing about Marth too. Like if he loses his jump and he has to rely solely on up B.
But his up B is actually not bad though.
It's not the worst.
The up B is not bad, but it's only going to take you so far, and there's no way it's going to be able to cover distance if you've been knocked sideways.
That's true. The other thing is about Marth's up B. Speaking of it, I think I have to ask Rio about that. Which frame does the up B come out? Isn't it frame 1?
It is frame 1.
Is it
Yep,
frame
it is
It is
frame one.
That's why remember I was playing Falco
Yes.
versus Marv, and I remember someone upbeat out of my rapid jab, and I was like, oh, that's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so. But yeah,
Oh,
now
next character.
yeah, we got Bowser Jr. I do not know much about
My
Bowser
boy.
Jr. I know Manu and Ryu know most about this character. I know that he has a really good recovery though. Technically, he has 3 jumps when it comes to his recovery
It's my
too.
boy. It's my boy Shadow.
I will say he has really good gimmick potential because his that cannonball of his, or not the cannonball, but whatever the wrecking ball
The
has a
forward air.
really huge hitbox, the forward air.
I mean, the thing you can just do is you can jump off stage, save your jump, do a forward air, then jump backwards, do the side B, jump out of the side B, and then still up B. And you can basically recover from being thrown into the blast zone.
Yeah, he has Bowser Jr. has a really good recovery. Kind of heavy too. He's actually lives at a higher percent. If you're surprised, to be surprised.
Also something that I think Sandy is probably gonna interest you a little bit too, since you're gonna start playing him. But one thing that I remember hearing is that if you hit Bowser Jr., when you hit him with on the clown card, he takes less damage than if you would actually hit Bowser Jr. Like if you hit the upper half of Bowser Jr., like the actual Bowser Jr., it does a few percentage more than if you actually hit the clown
That's
card.
something I didn't know.
Like
that's an
that way
interesting bit of information.
It actually absorbs like 2% or 2% or something like that. It's actually something I didn't really know. I just discovered it from reading up on Bowser Jr.
Another thing I will say, the forward smash also got a patch, and it comes out really fast. Yeah,
It
forward-
does.
It's also
forward smash comes
it's also not laggy as well.
It's not laggy
You can
either.
immediately do something
Yeah,
shield
you
or
just
F tilt.
And you don't even have to be hit by the entire thing. Even if you get the last bit, that'll
That's the
still
knock,
do.
that's it. That's the knockback.
Yep.
So,
And at a high enough percentage, of course, that's a knockout.
Yeah,
So
so
Bowser
Jr. got some
Jr.
things going for him.
He gets potential. You just have to work with him.
He's one of
Yeah.
those he's one of those characters where he's like he's not a top tier or a high tier even. He's gotta work with what you got with him because his neutral B's not very good. The cannonball, whatever, it's very slow. Can
I
literally just jump over it.
actually don't really use his B moves at all.
Yeah, his B moves
really,
his B move. That's the problem with Bowser Jr. I find his B moves aren't very good.
His
Yeah.
Mecha Koopa, I mean, the best thing you can do with Mecha Koopa
It's
really
like catch
is
it, like go behind you, catch it, and then try to set up something
Yeah.
with it, right?
you do just
Yeah,
do
but you
reverse-
only have a few
reverse
seconds to do it before it blows up in your hand.
But the thing is, Sandy, that you also a little bit of information again.
Mhm.
If the Mecha Koopa is walking on the ground and is in the animation where it's starting to explode when it stands on a spot, if you pick it up in that moment,
Mhm.
it actually resets the timer in your hand.
Oh.
Still got you got the same time again as when you just put it out until it explodes.
Oh, that is
Alright.
actually really handy. Didn't even think about that.
The more you know,
next-
right?
Yeah. So next.
The more
character
you
we
know,
got-
that's for sure. Because all I really know about Bowser Jr. is that with the clown car, especially
Yeah.
if you dash with it, you can actually use it to set up a good collection of combos. But you'd have to it feels like sometimes I have to rely on that more than I'd like. I could be wrong.
You just gotta put in work with Bowser Jr. That's pretty much about it.
So can you guys see the future as to who we're putting next in the tier list?
I see
You guys
a
have the
Monendo
vision? Do
boy.
you guys see the visions? We got
Oh,
Shoke.
boy.
This is gonna trigger a lot of people. I feel like. They show
That's
that.
an
Well, they
understatement.
triggered.
I don't know. I feel like he's a solid middle
See,
point.
the reason why I have him in my personal reason I have him at low tier is because he has a lot of end lag in a lot of his moves. I know recently he got a patch for his aerials having less end lag than what it did, but it takes when he misses a smash attack though, it's so awful. But
That's why we don't Shadow. That's why you don't throw around the smash attacks.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying in general though, he has some good range though.
He does.
Yeah, he has some good range. That's what he's got going for him.
But
how is he gonna kill though? Is my question. I know he has. I know he
Smash.
technically has a kill. What's it called? A kill throw with a down throw and a smash attack.
Exactly, smash
Has to
one
be at
out
the
or down
ledge
throw.
though. Has to be at
That's
the
it.
Yeah,
ledge,
that's
though.
true. What's the difference between two different Monado? One is smash and one is burst.
You mean Buster?
Buster gives you more damage, but it
Buster-
has like no knockback. Smash has more knockback.
Yeah,
It has a
yeah.
lot of knockback, but at the same time, whenever Shulk gets
Thanks,
hit,
Shadow.
he also has the same amount of knockback too.
Like I'm saying, Buster reduces your knockback greatly, but increases the percentage you do and take.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only downside of Buster. You also take more damage. The same with Smash. Smash reduces the percentage you deal, but it increases the knockbacks drastically.
So then Smash is a more reliable Monado than Buster.
Well, it's all Monados have a backdrop basically.
True.
Like Buster, you increase your percentage and do less knockback, but the opponent also does more percentage to you. Same with Smash. You get increased knockback, but you also get launched easier.
Oh.
Same with like if you compare it to speed and jump, like you lose your speed, but you gain your speed, but you gain more.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we have Link coming up next.
Well,
I
never mind.
don't know how to
No,
feel. I don't know how to feel
Go
about
on,
Link
go
on
on.
this one.
Link is Link. Like, he has his ups and he has his downs. I
He's
don't
good at
know.
spacing, he's strong. He has a
Yeah.
few combos.
Link's smash attacks are great.
Yeah.
Well, not even special
Especially
attacks, like
when they
dash
hit.
attack.
Considering the forward smash.
Like even dash attack and side tilt is strong.
Does the forward
tilt.
dash still kill
It
at a
does.
high enough range?
It does
Yep,
if you
it
have
does.
someone
It
rolling.
actually kills
It's a good
Strata
punish. It's
easily.
a good punish. Good to punish rolls with it.
That's what I like to do with your dash attack for. Just punish rolls with it. If you know somebody's gonna roll back, just chase them and do a dash attack.
So that's what that's for. But yeah, Link is Link. I don't think we really have to describe too much about Link, to be honest.
He has projectile game.
Has some bomb
not
throw
as
setups.
fast,
He's not
as
Toon.
heavy.
He doesn't have a Toon. He's not like Toon Link when a bomb throw setups, but he's got to say he's
got
really good against
something.
heavy. He's really good against heavies. I would say he's like a heavy slayer.
Well, since
And I
he's
mean, the
also
Gale
heavy.
Boomerang has a few benefits here and there.
I don't think so. I think the boomerang's probably his worst projectile.
I would
Really?
say bombs are actually Link and Toon Link's best projectiles.
They are. They are. I agree. The bombs is what really
Because
makes
they
him
also
help him recover.
they also combo and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
You
you can get out of you can get off certain moves just by holding onto a bomb.
I mean, you can also just like throw them upwards and let them come down and stuff like that, like set up traps and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Link's got some moves. I think he's okay.
Speaking
He's
of
alright.
projectiles, Shadow.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Speaking of
projectiles,
projectiles,
the next
coming
one
to
is
that.
the next one is a big, huge projectile character, Mega Man.
Probably the most reputable projectile
Mega Man.
user of
This
the
is-
mid tier.
See, the thing about like Mega Man, this guy racks up damage really, really hard. But other than his jab lock setup though, he doesn't really have a good way to kill. So yeah, that's
I'm
honestly,
waiting for Ryui to respond.
Well, he does actually have quite a few kill setups, Shadow.
does he? I thought the
He
jab
just-
lock was like really
yeah.
like the one that like that's the true confirm that you really want.
Not really. I mean, if you can catch someone after down throw with Bear kills pretty early too. You can even short hop Bear to kill. You can do the one thing I'm always famous for doing is throwing Metal Blade down and then doing up tilt. That
The Mega Man
also
Shoryuken.
works. Pretty much. You also have the ability to item toss. Not sure how many people are familiar with that tech.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
I think I know what one you mean.
It's glide toss. It's actually pretty simple to do once you get into the habit of using it. Gives Mega Man a little more mobility, and he can actually do glide toss into like down smash, up smash. Gives him a little more kill options.
I mean, Shadow. Remember, Mega Man's actually top 10.
The running joke of that one. I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna mention why we have a story on that one. To be honest.
It's an inside joke.
Moving on. But I will say this: Mega Man does have a. I will agree with this one though. I do agree with Mega Man being mid tier because he does have also results in both Japan and America. We got Scott with doing pretty good things with Mega Man, and also we got that one guy from Japan also doing really well. So
Kamamushi.
Kamamushi, thank you.
Also,
So you got some
Shadow.
things.
Now, I think the next character we let Rirai introduce and just talk about and just we shut up.
You talking about them Robins? I think Robin's actually really good.
Talking about his second main. I don't know which main.
Go ahead,
it is.
Alright, as they were saying, Robin's actually one of my mains. I actually think he's really fun to use. Now, the thing with Robin is, Robin's actually really good at spacing with projectiles. Really good camping character. Actually has pretty good matchups around the cast. Like Robin can out-camp Link. Does fairly well at out-camping Toon Link. Like, most of what makes Robin good is Arcfire can connect into multiple different things depending on the situation. Arcfire... Go ahead.
I still need to learn the combos from you because, like you said, Robin's actually really fun to use if you get it down.
He's got a nasty kill confirm. Not gonna lie.
The checkmate.
The checkmate. Thank you.
Oh.
Proper term.
No, it's not the Arcfire. The checkmate is something different.
That's something different.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still though. He has kill confirms, man. Yeah.
Yep, checkmate is actually what would be considered Robin's hoo-ha, but it was nicknamed checkmate by the Robin community. Down throw to up air, for anyone who doesn't know what a hoo-ha is. It actually registers as a true combo at certain percents on characters. Really good kill option. Don't know how often you'll get it because Robin's grab range isn't the greatest at all.
And running speed.
Oh god, running speed. This is where Robin's game goes down in the tier list. If it wasn't for that running speed, man, I think he'd actually be better. Or she, for the majority of us.
But just speaking about his checkmate, it's just like if you wanna run up to someone and grab them, it's gonna take you a while.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Is all I'm gonna say.
Which means a dash is enough to punish that run before a grab can take place.
Most characters can just run back, basically.
It's more of like you pivot grab someone dashing at you. Is more where it comes in. I mean, the Levin sword is really great for killing with. And whenever it runs out of usage, it actually is a great item to hold on to that can kill people at certain percents when tossed at them. Same goes for Robin's tomes. When they run out of usage, they actually kill earlier than the Levin sword when you throw them. But going back to his setups, you have Arcfire can connect into Arcfire, connects into down air. It can connect into forward smash, down smash, even up smash.
He's got a pretty good setup game, honestly.
Yeah.
He's just technical, but he's fun to use.
He's good.
That's why.
He's good.
He's just technical. You have to learn the setups. That's why I still need a senpai to teach me, Robin.
So the real question here is though, male Robin or female Robin?
Female.
You already know all about female.
I was gonna say male.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just gonna say, let's be honest
here.
Male.
Majority of us don't even know that the male Robin exists anymore.
But Sandy, you're a girl yourself, so.
What?
You're a girl yourself, so it's okay. It's justified that you pick male Robin.
Ha.
We just pick it because waifu.
Because of waifu,
of course.
But anyways, though.
Well, wait a minute. Does her hairstyle change too? Like the hair color?
Yeah,
it does.
Which hair color then?
The pink.
I think Ryo uses pink.
I like the pink one.
I use pink and blonde.
Yep.
Do you choose the blondie? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not a blonde. I got blondes at the bottom of my tier list. I like my girls with brunette hair, but personally, but
Not speaking of the waifu tier list, Shadow.
No, we're not speaking of waifu tier list. We're moving on. Anyway.
That's a topic for another podcast.
That's another
Shadow.
topic for another
Yeah,
podcast.
it's true.
Moving on to the next one. I think this character actually has a lot of potential, and I don't think people see it very much. We got Olimar right now at mid tier due to the fact that he doesn't really have many results, but I think this guy actually has some really good things about him. Small hitbox, very technical, has technically a down throw, has a what's it called, a kill grab because of his blue Pikmin. Force smash, really good. He's just very technical, but like he has a lot of tools on the side.
Yeah, with Olimar, you have to do so much micromanagement, like keeping in mind who your second Pikmin is that's gonna attack next and stuff like that, and what properties each Pikmin has.
I will say this about Olimar, what knocks him down though is that you have to play him a certain way, and if you don't play him a certain way, you're not gonna do very well with the Olimar. So
and he just
Olimar can't do much without the Pikmin, anyways.
Well, it's not that, Sandy. That you're never gonna worry about not having Pikmin. It's just that if you're playing somebody that like kind of shuts down your style, the style of play of Olimar, that's where it really hurts Olimar. In honesty.
So are you saying that it's bad matchups in general?
He has some bad matchups. Yeah, there's some bad matchups that give Olimar a hard time. Now, I'm not saying now I do think that Olimar does have a pretty well matchup spread, but there's some matchups that kind of knock him down a bit.
Another thing about Olimar too is it's just like I said, with the micromanagement, he's just a way different character than everyone else in the roster.
Yes, he definitely is. He's definitely the most technical character, one of the most technical characters.
You always have to keep an eye on what Pikmin you use next, what strength it has, and all that stuff.
He really is. He's definitely a micromanaging character, but I think he has potential to grow in the tier. I think he can make it to the B side. I think if he has more results, we can see him on the B side of things. But yeah, with pretty much Olimar being there, that wraps up the mid tier list. Moving on to like the higher, should we call it high tier? What are we gonna call this tier list? I would call this part of the tier list.
High mid tier.
High mid tier. All right, so we're gonna call it high mid tier. So we got the start
like
off.
The borderline between high and mid tier.
Borderline. Yeah, we got Toon Link.
It's pretty much the borderline behind. Like people that don't fit into high tier but are still good, better than mid tier.
Pretty much. I mean, we got first one is Toon Link. Toon Link, pretty self-explanatory, right? He has some pretty good setups with the bombs. Pretty speedy, really speedy actually.
He's very faster than
surprisingly very fast. Honestly, I'm surprised by how fast he is. I don't think people see it.
Good aerial mobility.
Very good aerial mobility. Mm-hmm. What else has he got? He's
enough kill.
He got some kill confirms, believe it or not.
He got a good kill power. Like,
he does have kill
forward
power.
Air kills, back air
kills.
Back
air is really good at the ledge. Yeah, back air is really good.
Oh, and forward air is
up air.
His up air kills.
Well, you
got a sweet spot.
Get a read.
You gotta get a sweet spot too.
Oh, the up air is a read. The down air is also a read. I'm guessing.
Well, down air instead of
down air you wouldn't
difference between his down air and Link's down air is that Toon Link's down air sends you directly downwards. The Link keeps in his falling speed.
Mm-hmm.
The way you do it down there, but he just sends it straight downward without cancels, except when you hit the ground.
You don't really use down air with Link, to be honest. It's not really.
And up air, same with Link. It just stays out. If someone is above you, it's a good falling tool. Like if they air dodge, you can even hit them right after the air dodge. But it's still if you don't hit and they are under you, they can just straight attack you. Because it stays out for too long.
And moving on, I think this is one character that I think like a lot of people don't really use too much. We're gonna put them both.
Two characters.
Two characters, I should really say. The Pits. I don't think people really use them too much. I think they're not that bad. Honestly, I don't think they're that bad, but they're not very good either. Like they're not like the most special things in the world, but they're average. They're like a Mario. Like they don't really have bad matchups either, but they don't really have amazing matchups.
Why do you think Dark Pit is so edgy? Because he's not as special.
Oh my god.
Nobody sees anything in him.
You kind of set that one up.
But I was gonna go on and say that the Pits though, like you use either one for certain matchups. There's not really much difference between the two. You can simultaneously play. If you play Pit, you can play Dark Pit pretty much. It's just really the difference is that you got to gimpy arrows to gimp some people's recoveries if that's what you want to do.
Well, Dark Pit has different properties on a
that too.
Arrow and
yeah, he's got.
Question. Though, is there a difference on their weight at all?
No.
No.
They're like the same weight, I
They're
would
the
say.
same.
They're literally the same besides neutral B
Like,
and side
they're
B.
literally the exact same person. They're literally the exact same person.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different is their side Bs and their neutral Bs.
Except side B
And
on pit side sends straight upward, side B on dark pit sends to the side. And neutral B doesn't have much directional influence from dark pit.
but Dark Pit's arrow is stronger.
Are they a little bit stronger?
I think Dark Pit's arrow is more based on power than range. Kind of like his side B.
You use regular pit more.
Yeah,
for,
his
camping
side B is
recovery.
definitely the one thing that sets the two apart. Pit
Well,
can probably
just-
reach further, but Dark Pit not only hits harder, but can reflect certain attacks.
No, they actually have
They
the
both
same
can.
properties. It's just
Oh.
they both have the exact same properties. It's just dark pit sends to the side and
And
pit
the
sends straight
pit
up.
sends us vertical. Yep, that's it.
It's just situational. Like dark pit, I can see being better on a stage like on the ledge.
Like,
it kills easier to the
He's
side.
really good at
to the
Battlefield
side.
if we're talking about
Oh.
stages here.
Or Duck Hunt. I mean, Duck Hunt
Or
has
Duck
the
Hunt,
side
yeah.
sideways blast zones that are pretty small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
It's just situational.
yeah, you use either pits for situation based. All right, so this one kind of hurts me a little bit with the next guy. We got Luigi, man. So Luigi,
The Green Stallion.
The Green Stallion, rest in peace. Down throw. Honestly, pre-patch Luigi. Pre-patch Luigi. I honestly considered like borderline top tier. Like he was like the gatekeeper to top tier. He was top tier, honestly. But now, since the patches, he lost a lot of his kill confirms. Like he doesn't have his down throw to tornado or the down throw to back air or the down. Well, he still has the back air, but you have to have a kind of a read for it. You gotta be more precise with it. It's not as easy as it used to be. Down throw. Anything with down throw it has more knockback, and it's kind of it kind of hurts him compared to what he used to have. And because of that, Luigi has a lot more worse matchups. In particular with like the people that are spaceys, like your Lucinas, your Marfs. Because they can pretty much keep him out. Because the one thing about Luigi, his metagame literally is about being in your face and trying to grab you to get your combo going. The thing about Luigi though is that when he gets in, he gets in. He's gonna rack up some damage when he's in your face.
Which just Luigi's how to counter Luigi is pretty much to space him.
It really is, yeah.
Especially if you face someone like Zero Suit, like they can just space you out so much that you can't do anything.
Rosalina. You just name it. Anybody who's a good.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Anybody with a sword
pretty
basically.
much. Yeah, that's the problem with
Say,
Luigi on this.
Disjointed hitboxes, etc., etc.
Yeah. So Luigi, honestly, like that's his problem is that he has to be in your face, and it's harder for him. You got to be really good at power shielding with Luigi also to get through with to try to counter the sort of characters because when you get hit with Luigi, you get sent back with shield. Unfortunately, so it's a problem with Luigi.
Luigi's just weird. She slides so much.
He does. He's a slippery little fucker. Speaking of slippery little fuckers, we got like Slippy over here. We got the Greninja.
Frog.
He has to skid to a stop.
We got a frog. Also known as the Greninja.
You're a frog.
He's the Frog Ninja.
He's the Frog Ninja.
He's water sheep.
Basically, if Frogger decided to take ninja classes, this is what he'd do, end up.
Pretty much.
No, Sandy, it's water sheik.
It's water
Huh?
chic. It's water chic.
It's water chic.
The memes are coming back. The water chic.
well, I mean, they're both ninjas. They're both
Yeah,
bad.
but if he's the water sheik, where's his bouncy frog?
I don't know.
or
He
his
has a side
bouncy
B. He has shadow.
Oh, you mean substitute?
No, I think he means Shadow Sneak. I think he meant Shadow Sneak.
Yeah, it's that side B. Shadow Sneak.
Down B is substitute, right?
Oh yeah,
It's a
you said the frog thing, so
No, when I said the frog thing, it was actually a play on words.
I think she meant.
Oh,
the
I'm
bouncing
sorry, I'm
bitch.
not paying attention.
So Greninja though, Greninja definitely a character that's been making a lot of noise. You all know about that. I study and pretty much just making the most work out of Greninja.
He does.
Yeah, Greninja's is really good. I think so.
I always thought he has like high tier potential if he's in the right hands. To be honest,
He's just really technical. Some of his
He's
moves,
odd.
Yeah, he's odd.
His
His neutral's not exactly like a normal character. Like, per se. You have to play him a little different in the neutral. It's not bad though. It's not like his I'm not saying his neutral's bad though, but you just have to play him differently compared to the rest of the cast. Like Nair's not exactly safe on shield at all.
And that's actually pretty good. I think again we gotta resort to Mr. Ryuai over here playing Greninja.
As they were saying, Greninja's actually a really technical character. To see most of what Greninja can do, as they were talking about ice studying, amazing Greninja. Show you some of the footstool combos.
Oh my god, the footstool combos are so fucking hype. I'm not gonna lie, they're so fucking hype. I love watching it.
I think Ryuai, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I am always the opinion that if you play Greninja well, then he can compete with the top tiers.
Oh, he definitely can. He can. He's got that status.
He doesn't have. That's why I'm saying he has this potential to be high tier. Like again, if you correct me if I'm wrong, but he has the potential to play with the high tiers, especially if you think someone about. I think he goes even with Pikachu, especially, and stuff like that. Like top tier, high tier.
Actually, I have a question. When it comes to the technicality with Greninja, do you have to be extremely patient playing him?
You just have to be precise, especially with his with the startup that some of his attacks have. Like the Nair, you need to space it perfectly to hit it.
Fair, so you don't get punished.
Yeah, you just have to be really precise.
Yeah, he's definitely not like I said, he's definitely not a regular. He's not the normal kind of character you play that you're safe on shield with with like certain things.
But you know, Shadow. Speaking of memes, better nerf Greninja.
Better Greninja. Oh god.
Not that old meme. But Greninja really does have the potential to get up there even further in tier.
I think later on, Greninja will be A tier with the tools that he has. In all honesty. Next character.
Speaking of memes. I think
honestly, in my opinion, I don't know how you guys feel, but I think this is the best heavy in the game. Donkey Kong.
He's the dankest of heavies, definitely.
True.
I mean,
he
Shadow,
really
if you
is.
think about
and he's probably one of the most versatile heavyweights.
No, well, I gotta cut off here. Heavyweights, you need to remember Ike. Ike is a heavy too.
I don't know, man, because like the thing that's scary about Donkey Kong is that ding dong, man. It's such a nice kill confirm. It's so useful.
Yeah,
like, it kills so many people at such an early percent. It's crazy.
So most people forget that Ike is a heavy.
He's good. Don't get me. No, he's really good.
I
know that, but I personally think that Donkey Kong is better.
Nah. It's always sword characters always have a difference than to normal an advantage with the disjointed hitboxes.
I will say though that the thing about Donkey Kong though, like obviously he's a big guy. His recovery is really bad. It's pretty goddamn awful.
His recovery is really bad?
Yeah, his recovery is awful. His recovery is awful.
I'm only saying that because I've always seen the technique where Donkey Kong will take someone over his head, be able to throw them off stage, and has no problem recovering later on.
Well, the thing is, if you get thrown off stage as Donkey Kong, you're pretty much vulnerable
to getting
if you're above Donkey Kong. Like he's not vulnerable on his sides, but if you're above Donkey Kong, he's pretty much fucked. He's gonna get spiked. Especially
vertically, he doesn't really go that high with his up B at all. It doesn't go very far. It doesn't go very high. So you have to have your jump. But if you get hit out of your jump, right? Well, now you're gonna have a little trouble trying to recovering.
Yeah.
So, but the thing about Donkey Kong though that really makes him, what really makes him so good is that when he has rage and he has his cargo throw combo, any character that's really light will die really early. Like if you're like someone like, let's say for example Sheik weight, right? You're at kill percent like at 40 if Donkey Kong's like at 100% rage. Yeah, it can get scary with Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's one of those characters that definitely benefits with rage.
But again, Shadow, like another reason why I was saying like Ike above Donkey Kong is again a big body character. Like so many attacks hit him that wouldn't hit like someone, let's say like Pikachu or normal or just Ike in general, for example. He is way more mass. You have way more. You're just a big hitbox, pretty much.
True. But, like I said, you can't take out that rage factor, though. That thing is... Ugh.
Yeah, but then again, you can take out rage factor in any heavies.
True.
Like, every heavy is gonna kill you really early if you're not careful against them when they have range.
Speaking of heavies, we have another heavy that's like technically a heavy. Got Wario. He's technically a heavy, I guess we can consider him. I think he's like the 8th heaviest in the game.
Is he?
He has some weight to him. I think so. Regardless,
I mean, with a body that big,
generally considered a heavyweight.
But anyways, so Wario.
He's mostly gas.
He's mostly gas. Come on out. But yeah, no, we got Wario though. Wario has Wario has that comeback factor also, kind of like what we talked about Lucario earlier. But Wario has like WAFT is like his biggest game. The thing is about Wario, I don't know how to describe this. Like, he doesn't really have too much representation, in my opinion, to describe him very well. I know that we have like enough to seen out of him, like setup.
Abadanko played him pretty well.
He played him pretty well. That's what I'm saying.
When he played him, yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this. Honestly, with Wario, I don't know what to touch on him.
The bike.
Strong. He has the WAF.
He has a really good recovery. He has a really good recovery with that bike.
He's just overall decent. He's just good.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a kill throw. Talked about the WAFT. I guess back air is kind of like kind of his approach way.
A good spacing option.
He's got some combos with his bike, and he has setups with WAF. It's not like WAF is all read based. There's a couple ways to get it with combos and stuff. Yeah. So
the good thing about the WAF is basically that you can, if you get the WAF on your first stock and you get killed, you still have the WAF.
Not too.
You take it over as a comeback factor.
So, yeah, you got him. But, yeah, not too much I can really talk about Wario, to be honest. I honestly don't really have too much. Honestly, he's just, I can tell you guys that he's good, but I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly don't know much about Wario, because not really many people play him overall, to be honest.
Shut up. Not about your spammy Wario.
Oh, God.
That's why I emphasize the bike.
Yeah.
Anyways,
she understands.
We're gonna go on.
Speaking of spam,
speaking of spam, we got the Robs, the robots.
The adorable robot.
It's not spam, it's strategy.
It's strategy. Honestly, yo,
you mean it's not spam, it's spacing.
I honestly think that
You're right.
Rob is criminally not used too much. There's not many people who use Rob, but I will tell you right now, the amount of like setups this guy has and the kill confirms that he's got. To me, it's just criminal that he's not being used enough.
I mean, there's a good job in Rob.
I'm okay with him not being used a lot.
I wonder why.
Terrified.
Rob terrified.
I wonder why.
I mean, like I said, like you
all
got
the setups they could do
with the gyro is what you're about to say.
Yeah, all those setups you can do is just it's terrifying.
It is.
I don't like it.
It is. I like Rob has Rob's Nair comes out like not that it comes out fast, but it's almost lagless. It's not safe on shield, right? But it's almost lagless when you land it, and you can just automatically just down to somebody, trip them, and then just throw them up in the air and go for the B-boop. The thing about like Rob here, he's not just a projectile character. He has ways to keep people out. Which is like some projectile. This is why I consider like Rob a really good projectile character, because he has the kill confirms compared to other projectile characters like let's say like a Link or a Duck Hunt or I don't know. Can we say Olimar? I mean, he's more of a zoning. He's not really a projectile character, but yeah. So that Mega Man, even though I know Zai was talking earlier like what he does, but it's it's a little bit more difficult to get that compared to like what Rob has. Like, Rob just needs to simply just get a grab off of you after he trips you with a Nair to a trip and grab you, to down throw you, and then just get you with the B-boop and you're dead. And even at a higher percentage, like 150, he has an up throw kill too. So eventually...
And don't forget about the Rob suicide on Dreamland. I don't know if you ever seen it. Have you ever seen it yet?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh,
When you do-
I'm assuming that you're just.
Hmm?
Go on. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was talking
Go
about
on.
the one where Wispy Woods, where you're at the ledge, and you do I think up throw is it where he grabs you and takes you.
Oh, I've
and
seen it. Yeah,
launch-
yep, I've
launches
seen it.
up a
Yeah,
little bit.
I know what you're talking about. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
And then when Wispy Woods just blows you off the stage and you suicide and win.
But yeah,
It's a stupid
but yeah, like
Have they done
Rob,
that in a tournament
Rob,
before?
honestly,
I don't actually know Guru, but I just seen it. Some people do it.
but back to
Wow.
Rob though. I think like the thing about Rob though, he has a good recovery in terms of like getting from the depths of hell. But he's very spikeable is an issue
But
with Rob.
yeah, he also runs out of fuel.
He runs out of fuel too. That
Mhm.
too.
Like,
But he's
if
very
he can't
spikeable.
spam.
Has a big hitbox. He's actually, if you didn't know this, actually, believe it or not, he's actually as tall as Rosalina. He's kind of heavy though, so it kind of makes
The
up for it.
hitbox is probably one of the most impressive things about Rob, especially considering you don't have to be all the way over the ledge just to get something, say a spike or even a nair, if you so chose to do so.
But yeah, the nair compared with his big hitbox is pretty much something pretty scary.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
Rob is
it's- why it's
Rob,
really
and
scary.
honestly, I think he's criminally not used. I don't know why people are not using this character more often. I don't know if it's because he's not a flashy character or he's ugly or what
Well,
it
it's
is
just-
exactly. I think
Shadow-
he's what's up?
I just think, especially speaking of tournaments, from what I've especially seen from one of the German tournaments, is that Bane Rob was playing against the Fox and was in the lead, got Fox down from 3 stocks to 1, with still having all his 3 stocks, and still lost. And he was the best. He is the best Rob in this.
Well
like,
then,
if someone can get in like Fox, it's pretty much you just have to play perfect with Rob to not get punished.
yeah,
to
that's
death.
it. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the thing. Another thing about Rob, like there's like matchups I will say that destroy him.
Fox.
Yeah, like Fox that destroy him. But then like he has matchups where he completely destroys the person he's fighting against. So there's that factor too. Like I think I've been told that I think a lot of people in the Rob community say ZSS is his worst matchup because the down kick or the down B kick or whatever is really easy to spike Rob with. So
I would actually say probably Fox is the worst.
Fox can be bad too.
You can if you're really good Fox, you can power shield his projectiles or you reflect it, but just basically back.
Let's get the rest of this
And then-
tier list out the way. By the way, though, let's try to get this rest of the tier list out the way. I just realized what time it was.
Yeah, I need food. So yeah.
So let's get the rest of this tier list out the way quickly. So let's speed run strat this. All right. So the last one that we have in the B tier, we have Ness. I mean, Ness, good combo game. He has a pretty damn good neutral. A scary ass back throw. I don't know if you guys agree with me on this one, but I think his back throw is probably the best in the game by far.
It is.
I would just say Ness is like pretty much a little bit self-explanatory. Like on stage, he can be really scary. He has his combo grab game. But
PK
as soon as
Thunder
it
on
goes,
PK Thunder on stage it's really janky. He can kill you like 20% with it if he hits you with it.
True.
yeah, but as soon as you get off stage with Ness, like as soon as you get past the ledge, basically, it's Ness gets a meh.
I will say this: the reason why I put Ness right here, I know some people are gonna have him like super high tier or even top tier. The thing is, the reason why I put Ness down here is because there are 2 matchups where I don't feel that Ness can win, and it's Rosalina and goddamn Corin. So like those 2 matchups, I just say, yo, if you make it out as Ness, man, and you beat those guys, yo, you're amazing. But dude,
And I would also say she CSS.
well, she
especially
can CSS,
off-
but I'm talking about
especially-
I'm talking about like, yo, this is like almost 90-10. That's how bad it is.
But I mean, especially off stage wise, you're just fair twice with Sheik and she can make it back.
But if you just lose your jump with Ness against Rosalina and you have to up B to get back or PK Thunder to get back, you're not making it back. So that's Ness in a nutshell. All right, so now we're moving to the high tiers. I'm about to say top tiers. High tiers. We got Yoshi.
Almost there.
Someone that's near and dear to my heart.
You're hearing
The
the
Yoshi.
the Yoshis. I disagree. I think he's B tier. I don't think he has the exact results, but go ahead, Manu. I know he has amazing frame data and stuff, so go ahead and go with the
Well,
Yoshis.
not only frame data, but he's fair. He's extremely fast. Strong smashes. Good combo game. His spike is pretty pretty decent actually for a fair offstage spike. And
Bulky.
well, he's also pretty heavy. He has a decent weight. He survives pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And also, especially, I mean, what in my opinion puts Yoshi really high is his air game.
His air game's
He's extremely
fantastic.
fast.
Yeah, his air game's
Extremely
fantastic.
good in the air. That's why I always say he's kind of like a little mag counter.
And
Because
also armor and his double jump and his second jump too.
well, I mean, I can reveal the secret of beating Yoshi off stage, pretty much. Well, it's rather easy actually, since pretty much what you want to do against Yoshi, since he has to double jump to recover, footstool him. He loses his jump, and
That's it.
it's so simple that it's stupid to not think about it. It really is. You just footstool him when he wants to recover, because up barely gets you anywhere, and if he's too low, he can't attack you. Since he wouldn't make it back anyways with his jump. Just be careful that you don't get faired by Yoshi that comes back on stage.
Now this next character is another character that I think is criminally underrated, but very, very technical. Princess Peach. Ryu, go ahead.
Alright, now we're up to my girl Peach here. Very technical character.
You mean the second girl? We're coming
Well,
to
that's
your girl.
true, the second girl.
We still need to come to your girl.
Definitely one of the best princesses, though.
True.
Anyway, Princess Peach is actually a really good character in this game. She doesn't really have any matchups where she just completely loses them. I think her worst matchup might come from possibly Mega Man and Meta Knight. And that's only 60-40.
I was thinking Meta Knight.
That's what I'm really struggling against with Peach, to be honest, because she doesn't have that many badge matchups.
So, like, other than those two characters, Peach has a fair chance of beating just about any character in the game. She has a strong fair that kills pretty early if you're near the ledge. Really great at edge guarding.
Kill throw.
Low
Yeah, she has
commitment
a
at edge guarding,
back throw.
honestly.
She pretty much doesn't have to commit to
Yeah,
too
no,
much.
that's the
edge
thing I
guarding.
was thinking about. I was like, yeah, I mean, she doesn't have to commit to anything.
Floating Nair edge guards quite a bit of characters. She has a counter. She has turnips to use for projectiles to help her get in. Her float's a big part of her game. She can easily float over most projectiles without an issue. Has great shield pressure, great combo game. Also she actually, I believe it still works, she actually does have an infinite.
I don't think it
I don't know if
I
it
think
works
they patched it
anymore. I
out.
think they finally
I
did
think they
patch
patched it
though.
out.
I'm pretty sure you can actually still do it.
We'll have to look that one up.
Did they ever
but
touch her in any of the patches?
that infinite
I don't think Peach has
thing.
ever been affected by
But
the
after that,
patches.
though, they really haven't really touched Peach like that.
Hmm.
So,
But other than that, highly technical, really good matchups.
Underestimated.
As I was
that's the
saying
one thing
before.
about Peach. You
Yeah.
have to be really technical with this character. It is not a character you just pick up and play. Definitely not.
I think she's just very underestimated,
She's
especially
very,
if you
she
face
is.
that
She is. She definitely is. I could see her honestly eventually going to top tier. Honestly, I can. Like her matchup spread, like as I said, Ryu said, like her matchup spread is really good, and honestly, so that's what makes her
She
a character
really-
good.
Really is
I mean-
underrated.
I mean, if you're speaking about the next character, it's someone that I don't personally agree with, and I don't like him.
The
You're not the
Village-
only one.
Villager. I think Villager has some good
Yes,
traps, and honestly, I think Villager has good traps.
He has good traps, but I don't see him as a top tier, as a high tier.
I do. I
Personally-
can see it. I can see it. He's got some nasty setups and some nasty traps that I can get away with. I put him over Rob with projectiles. I know I said Rob is the best projectile character, but the reason why I do have Villager winning that matchup is because honestly, he just has to pocket the gyro, and then he's never getting that thing back.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't like Villager. I just hate him.
That's the one thing that sets Villager above most projectile users.
The one thing about Villager, I don't know. Like the thing is, I know we said Peach is really good at edge guarding. That's the same thing about Villager. His edge guarding game is so good. That's what makes Villager scary. Honestly, it's not his neutral. It's not his It's not exactly like he has the nastiest combos. It's like when he throws you off the ledge, how are you going to recover? Because bowling ball is very easy. It's very easy to kill somebody off the stage with bowling ball. You can trap somebody by mind fucking them with thinking like, I'm gonna cut this tree down. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna wait for you to roll. I'm just gonna up tilt you, man.
Shadow, I'm telling you how to recover with that bowling ball. You double jump with Yoshi. Just jump over it. You just jump over it. Or speaking of Peach, you just float over it.
That too. But I mean, that's the thing about Villager though. He's his ledge. It's just honestly his ledge game that makes him really good. So
that's the one side smash that actually falls off the stage and makes it so annoying to try and recover.
I mean, Sandy also just.
And it's the same thing we said about Peach. He doesn't really commit to much when he is doing those edge guarding. Tactics, so.
I feel like really just recover high sometimes against Villager is the best thing. Even though recovering high isn't normally one of the options that I would do, but against Villager, if you see them bowling ball, recover high, especially if you can.
Yeah, and it's too much work to put up the tree ananyway.
Now the next one though, I do kind of disagree with on this one, but Captain Falcon's the next one in our list.
Yes.
I disagree with this one. I think I think we're overrating him a little bit, but I'm gonna let Ryui and Manu talk for Captain Falcon.
Who's gonna start? I think you're the best to start out.
All right. Well, Captain Falcon here. Great running speed.
Second
can
fastest
easily
in the game.
get on.
Yep.
Indeed.
A good his speed also gives him a really good dash grab.
His dash grab though. You have to be careful about falling off stage with it.
Yeah, but still, since he's so fast, his dash grab just extends so much that it is just ridiculous how to grab someone.
So much extension with it. And we have his amazing combo game. So much he can do with it.
Good kill attacks if they hit. If you hit someone, you can kill them
Really
pretty
good
early.
two-frame punishes, honestly.
With side smash, yeah, especially against someone like Fox.
Definitely.
If they want a side beat, just down tilt the side smash, and you probably get him if you time it correctly. But what I mean is he has pretty strong attacks if you hit and sweet with them, especially talking about the knee. I mean, Falcon Punch is I wouldn't use it in a.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it either. I would use more knee setups honestly, and try to read air dodges. I would say that.
But it's still a really early kill. That's what I mean.
He
has the potential to kill early. Let's say you break someone's shield and you reverse Falcon Punch, you pretty much get an early kill. And especially knee, as in let's say someone recovers high and is in free fall, or you read them recovering high, you could just knee them or spike them. Yeah.
And the two things I will say about Captain Falcon though, he is a fast faller. And so with that being said, he is really, really comboed hard when he actually is into a combo. And his recovery is not very good either.
I mean, the thing about his recovery is you can still, it's a command grab.
That's
especially
true.
what I still need to train with Captain Falcon is on Battlefield. Battlefield, the two side platforms, you basically get a free command grab if you see someone shielding above you.
But like I said though, he does have really good combos though. That's what makes the Captain Falcon scary, is that his combo game is on point.
Yeah, but I mean that's something that I don't see much Shadow. What I mean is if someone stands on the second on one of the first platforms on Battlefield and you stand underneath them, you can up B and command grab them. Like I did with you, like I sometimes do when you stand at the ledge and shield.
Yeah.
And I just drop down and go past the ledge with my up B.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Captain Falcon, and then this one might shock a couple people, but I think we're all in agreement with this one. But Pikachu.
I don't see Pikachu that high. I don't see Pikachu that high in all honesty.
Pikachu, small character. I think the thing about Pikachu though is I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to say with this one, I'm gonna have to agree with Zai on this one, or Ryu on this one. Pikachu has really a lot of problems approaching. It's not like once you learn how to shield his dash attack, it's really laggy, and if you have a fast enough character, he gets punished really hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see Pikachu that high in all honesty, because first of all, the approaching thing, then he doesn't have, like, besides one opportunity to do an up throw into Thunder, he doesn't have any really kill combos, like confirmed kills. Besides maybe the thing that Esam sometimes does when someone doesn't tech and you jab them and then side smash them. But other than that, also he's what I noticed, he's pretty much he gets countered pretty well by someone like Bayonetta or Corrin that have a good counter, especially since they have like Pikachu's Fair, Dare, Bear, all have multi hits. So if you see them fall into you, you can just witch time or counter it. Or quick attacking on stage, you can counter the quick attack. I don't see him win against that many people that are a tier over him, in all honesty.
Yeah, that's his problem. When we're talking about top tiers here, it depends on your matchup spread versus the top tiers, if people are wondering. I don't think Pikachu really beats too many people in the top tier list. We're going to reveal here soon, to be honest.
Who's it gonna be, Shadow?
We'll see in a minute. The next one, I can tell you who the next person is gonna be. It's gonna be Ike. And we're gonna let Ryui actually talk about Ike, because he probably is the one that has the most experience with Ike, honestly, in this call.
And before Garage.
Probably, yeah.
Before Garage triggered.
Alright.
Okay. I'm just sack of potatoes.
It's okay, girl. So you're free to add stuff in anyway. And we have one of my favorite swordsmen, Ike. Now, he might not have that great of movement speed, but he does rack up damage fairly quickly, especially using up throw into fair.
Though he did get buffed with his speed.
Yes, he did get the throw buff in his speed. He actually has really great spacing tools. As long as you can keep... Go ahead.
And no, I was just saying again, he's a swordsman, so disjointed hitboxes are always good against most characters.
His ledge coverage is really good too. When you're trying, he can cover a lot when someone's trying to recover from the ledge with an up smash.
His up smash is actually one of my favorite smash attacks.
This thing is scary when you see that thing charged
like
up,
if
yo.
you,
Yeah.
like Shadow, when we play and you jump up and do the side B with Fox, and I just catch you.
Oh man,
yeah,
that hurt my heart when I saw that. I was like, I knew I should have not. I should have done that.
Yeah, like you can get a lot of good reads with smash attacks.
Yeah.
With Ike, so it's like
And the up
it's
smash.
pretty handy.
The up smash is kind of like a nicer set for the down smash, since it can go both ways, pretty much. So even if you go back, you'll get caught up in it.
Up smash covers a lot of area.
It just covers a lot of range
it does.
in general.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. That's the scary thing about Ike. Especially when he's in with a lot of rage too. Ike is not something you want to mess with when he has rage. His recovery also is not even that bad either. That's the thing.
Not at all. And the same could be said with the side B recovery. When it's fully charged, it's enough that he doesn't really have to hang on the ledge. Even though it's, I don't know, is it recommended?
I personally wouldn't try to go over the ledge all the time with it. I mean, they'll start reading it eventually, and that's not a situation you want to be in.
Yeah.
But side B, instead of going into Aether for recovery, is actually a really good option to do. Side B actually can be used to, like, traverse the stage a bit. Say if you knock someone off stage and you're on the other end of the stage, you can actually use side B real quick to move across the stage a bit faster. I know Rio likes to do that. Actually a very good option.
Okay.
Ike just has a big disjointed hitboxes is what make him really good. And his high knockback. Not to mention his eruption, great edge guarding tool. Hits a bit below the stage.
Good range too, like back hitbox and up hitbox above him.
That as well. It also has armor on it.
If you fully charge it though only, right?
I think it might be throughout the whole thing. Like, I don't think it's only fully charged. Like, any amount of charge should still offer armor. Just, you should always have time to fully charge it.
Would have to test that.
Well, we got a character here that used to be considered OP, broken, #1 character in the game for a while. 0 to dev combos. Wreck everybody. We're gonna ban you in Spain and Russia. Of course,
Miss Life is a witch.
Miss Life is a witch.
Russia, Spain, and Egypt.
Bayonetta is the next one.
The
My shadow.
The #1 character in the game, and now the Mighty has fallen a little bit lower in the tier list because of the kind of combos being nerfed. But
I know we're not talking much about. We're not going to talk much about it. But something that triggered me is as I watched earlier the ESAM's tier list, what he was justifying Bayonetta with having only decent combos, quote unquote. Like she still has
Decent.
she still has good combos. It's like she just doesn't have that 0 to 100, that 0 to dev combo anymore. Really.
Yeah, but you can still.
I see you're thinking that Drake reference.
You can just still easily hit down tilt, 2 hits of fair, up A, side B, back air.
And you still got that scary witch time. And you still got the scary witch time where it's like, yo, you witch time, well, you gonna get side smash, bro. You dead. She still has that stuff.
I mean, don't never forget the giant disjointed hitboxes of her smash attacks.
Yeah, it's
those things are great. I love those.
Like honestly,
personally,
honestly, Bayonetta, she's still good. You just gotta work. You just gotta work more for it now. But it's not like she got nerfed. Like I don't know who can describe here. Like Luigi.
You didn't get nerfed like Roy did. Sort of.
No. I was gonna say like Luigi, where it's like, Luigi literally lost a lot of things, but he's still good. But he lost a lot of things. Bayonetta got the treatment of like you still got almost everything in your arsenal. You just don't have this combo that kills you literally from zero. Is really what it is.
He's still a good character.
Kind of like Zeus' Sam is when they nerfed her up B. I would say.
I know, because her up B
still works.
Her up B still works at certain percentages.
I'm still gonna play Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Whatever, despite what everyone says.
Bayo's good, honestly. I think Bayo's still good. She still has her witch time jank stuff that
She's
you
still
can't.
my bae.
If you're like at a certain, if you're death percent, you get witch time. You're gonna get side smashed and you're dead, bro.
The one combo you like Shadow Witch time into one side B and then down
that
smash
too.
when
I'm just like, well then.
Come on, you love it when I do that.
I fucking can't stand that shit. I'm like, Manu, please.
The 100% spike combo.
Sounds like fun times over there.
It's not great. and speaking of nerfs, though, we got another character that I used to consider top 10 in the game until the nerf happened. Meta Knight. Another character that I personally think he's still really good, but
the Nightmare of Brawl.
The Nightmare of Brawl used to be the greatest character.
Brawl Meta Knight. I saw Brawl Meta Knight. It was freaky.
But yeah, I was saying,
why is this a
Meta
thing?
Knight kind of lost his jank. Meta Knight doesn't have the legit because back then when Meta Knight only needed you had to be at like 10%, had his up tilt, and then just up air, you're dead, bro. It doesn't really happen anymore. It's still he still has that. It's just that you have to kill him at a higher percent for that to happen now, and you also have to read where your opponent is going out, where your opponent is DIing to, at the same time. So it's a lot harder to get, but it's still there because I remember Abadango at Pound, he still got it on the buzz really easily. So Meta Knight's still got it. It's just you can't rely on his jank anymore like he used to.
To be honest, the only reason why I don't play Meta Knight is because he has the speed, but his range is just not as good as
that too. And honestly, I feel like he relies way too much on dash attack. Honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just with his range. Like he's a sword character, but what makes the sword characters normally out is having their disjointed hitbox range. But Meta Knight doesn't have that.
Yeah, that too, and like I know, like the thing is like. Meta Knight's neutral, honestly, is not very good compared to, like, other characters, honestly. Like, other sword characters either.
Compared to someone like the next character.
That we're going to talk about? Yeah, like, that's what it is. It's, honestly, his neutral game is a problem. I honestly, is what I feel like. I don't know, Ryu. How do you feel about Meta Knight's neutral game? I think his neutral game's not very good.
It's not the best neutral game, but he can work around it fairly easily.
Like I feel like you have to like
the dash attack is great.
Like I feel like you have to like mess around with somebody, but like you can't just mindlessly throw a dash attack because you're gonna get punished for it if you just mindlessly throw it around.
That is true. You do have to work very hard to get into their head. You have to kind of set them up for what you want to do.
So yeah, but this is the next character we're gonna talk about. Is honestly, I think everybody can get agreement with this. Is literally the gatekeeper of the top tiers. I think he's top tier. I don't know. Does everybody think he's top tier? Like he's the last top tier in the top tiers?
He's
Yeah.
the, he's
I would
the
agree.
highest. The highest high tier, highest of high tiers.
Highest of high tiers?
No,
Okay,
no.
so Van who says highest of high tiers. I say he's the last top tier, but same difference though. And that is Mario. Mario, let's be honest here. There's nothing really special about Mario, but there's nothing really
that you
bad about
that you-
Mario either.
There's nothing really that you have to say about Mario. This has
It really isn't, right? Like Mario has good frame
It really
data.
isn't.
Mario has
Everyone knows him.
Yeah, he has things that it's like really hard to punish. That's what makes him good. He has a pretty decent recovery. Spike the shit out of people if he feels like with his dunk.
Yep.
Up
Personal
air,
experience,
up air, up air, up air, up air, up B is stupid. It works really good.
Especially on something like Dreamland.
Wait, is that enough to kill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially
I
second.
remember in tournament, my first ever story behind for anybody.
Was it anti?
Anti. He did it this. Yeah, he did it. He did it to 0. But a funny story actually. My first ever tournament match was against Mario, and I remember I took him to Town and City. And this was me not knowing. Hey, you shouldn't take Mario to Town and City, right?
You shouldn't, Shadow.
Yeah. So I took him to Town and City, and I got up aired, up aired, up aired. He landed on a platform, up air, up B, and I died at 40%.
Oh wow.
And I was like,
Also
wow.
something, Shadow. That's pretty much also the reason why you don't take Mario to. You don't take him to Town and City. You don't take him to Battlefield, and you especially you don't take him to Dreamland.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Honestly, Mario has good he's got some janky shit about him. Honestly, that make him good. But the thing is, like I said, he doesn't he does rely a lot on grab though, and that's his issue.
Again, Shadow, I think there's nothing that we can really say that hasn't been said about Mario.
Yeah, Mario.
yet.
Yeah, everybody knows what Mario
It's
is. Honestly,
self-explanatory.
really, the top tiers they're pretty much self-explanatory at this point. There's a couple under that we're gonna talk about though.
Now I think Shadow, instead of going with the next one that's on the left
We
on
just
the list,
you just
the
put
top
all the
tier.
10. We just do all of them.
No, I would say you should start out with the one you considered being the 11th. I would say we should start talking about Corrin.
All right, we got Corrin. Now, I honestly put Corrin as the borderline. I think she's really good. Yes, I said she because the guy Corrin doesn't exist.
Hey, you stop talking.
Like male Robin.
Like Mel Robin, honestly, I don't think the guy Corrin exists.
But they're so anime.
Corrin, honestly, I
Yes.
think Corrin probably is his best sword character. No, I take it back. Second best sword character in a game.
Oh, I
Corrin
know
has,
what-
compared to like all the other if we're talking about like Fire Emblem characters, she has the best frame data. A lot of safe moves.
best range.
Back air you don't fuck with. I learned that lesson. Don't fuck with back air. You don't fuck with
I mean,
neutral
she
air.
has the best range in the game basically with her side smash.
Her ledge game is really good. I don't think people have taken much advantage of her edge guard game, but her edge guard game is really good. In honesty.
Especially, I mean, I have seen Ryu doing some nasty stuff with especially true framing his people and stuff like that. Even someone like Rosalina getting two framed by Corrin.
I mean, the thing is she has combos, but like the thing about like Corrin, I gotta say, like I know she has combos, but it's kind of like I don't know. Maybe it's just my opinion though. It feels kind of awkward how she has to kind of like start her combos. Like she has to like do the down tilt thing or whatever. I've seen Ryu do, or like the fair and all that stuff. Because
something
like,
that
she doesn't
I
really
like
have
to
like she
do-
doesn't like I feel like this metagame is based a lot on like what can you get off of a grab, and Corrin doesn't really have much that like the benefits her with a grab. I know she has like killed throws and stuff, but I'm talking about like combos though.
Yeah, but the other thing is Corrin can pressure you pretty well on this
She does.
when you shield.
That's true, she does.
Like
That's
she has
why-
a projectile. She has her side smash that literally reaches around like almost half the stage. That it feels like. Like she
Yeah.
can pressure your shield pretty
She
well.
can. I think I don't really worry about the projectile too much since I play Fox and I just reflect it pretty quick. So maybe that's why I don't really worry too much about Corrin, to be honest. That might
But
be
one
it.
thing that people don't say about her projectile that often is that it's similar to the Gordo. Like one hit knocks the projectile out.
It does.
Any one hit can clash with the projectile and just knock it out.
It does. But it has a lot of stun though when you get hit. I will admit that. I don't know. I guess we go. Corrin is really like to me borderline top tier, but she I think this fits her though. Honestly, where she's at the moment. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Ryui probably is the most experienced here with a Corrin, so I'll let him go ahead with the Corrin. What he has on Corrin, honestly.
Thing about Corrin is, yes, it might feel or look a little awkward to start her combos, but she actually has so many ways to start it. Down tilt's one way, fair works. I can actually somewhat start it if I do fastfall up air. I can do, depending on which setup I use, I can actually cancel Dragon Lunge into a fake out to start a combo. Corrin just has so many options. Nair can combo into fair, and then up air. I mean, up air kills pretty early on most characters. Her counter is amazing.
I mean, one thing why I always like to compare her a little bit compare her a little bit with Marth is in her combos is like the flow. Both have combos that just flow like into each other. That's why I basically like playing Corrin. Like if I do a down tilt into an up air and into an up tilt into two fairs, it just like flows. Just like Marth normally flows into like with his fairs and stuff like that.
And as you guys were talking about the projectile, if it's uncharged, a lot of things will go through it, but fully charged, it actually will go through some projectiles.
Oh no, what I mean, Zai, is let's say you just dash attack on it and then it cancels out. That's what I mean. Like you give it one hit and then normally it cancels out. Not with a projectile, but I mean in general, hitting it.
It would have to depend on the move, because I've had like Foxes and Meta Knight attempt to jab or even attempt to dash attack through it, and it catches them.
I think it might be something like similar to DDD Scordos, where it's a certain percentage that a hit does that cancels out.
The only one I can confirm is like you can clash it with disjointed hitboxes. That is one thing you can do. But the thing about what makes the projectile so good is when they start reaching around 80%, you can actually start chaining an uncharged projectile into each other. Like you can do just quick little burst of it, dash forward another burst, and eventually it'll lead to where you can get a side smash, and that normally will kill. There's so many options.
Honestly, Corrin's metagame is still too young, man. Honestly, she hasn't been out for too long to honestly like properly place her yet. But I think this is actually a good solid pick, though.
I mean, do you want to place the 5 or 6 characters that are basically
the next ones that people expect?
Well, Rosalina, Diddy, Sheik, CSS.
Yeah, let me put
Sonic,
them up right here.
Fox.
I mean, do we really? I don't think we really need to talk too much about these characters, honestly, that are coming up. Rosalina, Diddy.
They're out for long enough. It's like
they're all pretty commonplace.
Yeah, they're pretty much commonplace.
Really
we know that everybody knows that we're putting these guys here. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree on this one.
Only because they're most likely to be seen in tournaments.
Like, I mean, Diddy. A lot of people sport Diddy. Like, I don't know how many people main Diddy, man. Like, there's like tons of fucking people that main Diddy, and they all do pretty well. And the top players who main Diddy do pretty well, right?
I mean, even if you look at Germany, Saif uses Diddy is pretty much the best German player.
Yeah, so even like Diddy has a lot of results to back him up. I don't know if I'll be honest. I don't know if Diddy's game has been like this is Diddy's game. He can't improve anymore. I don't know if we hit that mark yet about Diddy. I think we're starting to get to that moment where it's like, this is Diddy's game. This is his meta game. It cannot change any longer.
Didn't they nerf Diddy though?
They've nerfed Diddy so many times, but he's still good.
Which pretty much means that he's pretty much reached that pinnacle of prowess. I don't think there's anything else they're gonna do with him.
No, Sandy. The thing is, like at first they nerfed his hoo-ha, then you couldn't hoo-ha anymore, and like recently they patched it back in, so they buffed him again.
Yeah,
so you can hoo-ha again now.
So
it's like an up and down with Diddy. It's like
It's
they nerfed him,
roller
then they buff
coaster.
him up again. It's like they nerf him, then they buff him again. Like look next patch. I'm already calling it. Look like next patch, nerfing them again.
And then you have Rosalina over here. Rosalina, honestly, the reason why I say Rosalina is really good is because Rosalina literally can shut down people's playstyles. There are characters where you do not play versus Rosalina. That's, you know, when you have a character that literally says that you can't play me like this because I have this and you can't do anything about it, that makes you a really good character. And honestly,
I mean, Shadow. In honesty, I don't think we have to say anything about Rosalina, Sheik, CSS, Fox, and Sonic. It's basically self-explanatory.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like you've seen and heard it so much. We just have to.
We just get a short synopsis. We just gotta get a short synopsis. Sheik pretty much wins every fucking tournament. Let's be honest here. Freaking amazing frame data. Frame data. Yeah, sure. Her what's it called is nerfed. Her 50/50s of getting an up air or a vanish is gone, but she still has the needles to bouncing fish setup, which is really good and can gimp you really well still with the needles. Look at Mr. R. He's the master of gimping people, honestly, with the needles.
Then again, ZSS, you don't have to say anything about ZSS.
Yes,
just watch Nairo.
Just
watch Nairo.
Beast nerf, but you still can get it. You can still get it.
Just watch Nairo. Just watch Nairo. You're gonna see what CSS
pretty much
can still do.
Fox is Fox.
Yes.
Fox is Fox.
Yes, punishing.
Is that all you really have to say, Shadow? Considering it is your.
I mean,
yes,
I can go into
true,
detail
but
about
at the
what
same
makes Fox
time,
really
you should
good.
at least sport a little
Alright.
bit of
Alright,
pride.
I can go. No. I mean, like, I feel like honestly, like, I think I can go in like a whole conversation of why. Because some people actually don't think Fox is top 10. Believe it or not, every tournament I went to, a lot of people don't think Fox is top 10.
Shadow, I think talking about all our mains is a topic for another podcast.
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm just gonna make a short synopsis. Up air, up air,
in depth about the mains.
Up air. You're gonna win. You're good. Nair up.
Why does it sound like a Larry Lure?
This is why I say like, that's why I'm saying that, like up air. Almost no lag whenever you land. Up air. Still no lag when you land. Up back air. I have no lag when I land. Nair, I have no lag when I land. Oh, I full jumped and I did down air and I have no lag because it's a auto cancel. There you go. All right, end of story. Box.
I mean, the only thing that we have to say about Sonic is spin dash and gotta go fast.
Sonic is
honestly, Sonic is really good. As much as I hate Sonic, as much as I hate to play,
everyone hates Sonic, Shadow.
Sonic is really good. Let's be honest here. Sonic is just Sonic.
He's just the fastest character.
He really is good, and you know he can be played multiple ways too, and that's what makes Sonic so good. He doesn't have to play aggressive; he can play defensive when he feels like, and you have to approach him too. And he's so hard to catch when he's playing defensive too. Sometimes if you're not very experienced with the matchup, Sonic is scary, man. All right.
I think now we get to the three which we need to talk about. I would say we put Cloud as first because that's.
I say yes. Okay. So we're in agreement. All right, Ryui.
No. I don't mean as first as the best. I should.
Oh, you don't? Okay, never mind.
We should just make him on the. We should just get him off the list first.
All right, we'll talk about Cloud. We'll talk about Cloud.
Like, he has a big ass sword. He's fast. Limit makes him better in the air, makes him faster, gives him more kill options, stronger attacks.
Kills you if you're not careful. You die so early with this guy.
It's true.
I think Cloud is pretty much. You see him so much, he's self-explaining too.
He's honestly, in my opinion, he might be top 3. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too far. I don't
think so, considering that everybody wants to pick him up.
He's just really good. I don't think he's OP either. I just think he's just a good character. That's what it is. He's not unbeatable either. He's just really good.
Like, I mean, people are kind of a little bit right if they say he's the Sword Mario, basically.
Yeah.
He's pretty easy to pick up. He's pretty basic.
Got so many jank hitboxes. It's ridiculous.
But he still has more advanced stuff. Like let's say Mario still has some more advanced combos. Like if you look at Ally or something like that. And then, who are we gonna get out of the way next?
Let's talk about Ryu. Does anybody here think Ryu is a potential number one character?
Ryu for the last one.
You would have kept Ryu for the last one? We'll talk about the last. You want to talk Mewtwo? All right, we can talk Mewtwo first. Which you want to go? I can reveal both of them at the same time.
I wanted to talk about Mewtwo because potential-wise and recently, like Abadango putting him back on the screen and getting his combos with the buff Mewtwo getting faster, and like we found out earlier. I don't know what was it. Ryu? He has his pair that has like comes out at frame 6. Which is
yeah,
almost
frame 6, yeah, because Sheik's affair is in frame 5. It's frame
Exactly.
6.
Yep, frame 6.
It's frame 6, guys. I don't know if you guys look at frame data too much, but it's frame 6. That's one.
I mean, you don't even
more
have
frame than Sheik. Just one.
I mean, you don't even have to look really at frame data. You can just say if it's as fast as Sheik, everyone's gonna see how fast it is.
Like that's what's just crazy. Like when you told, like Ryui looked it up, and I was like, "Yo, that's frame 6."
And I mean, another thing that I like about Mewtwo, like especially from Zero, it has like really good combos. Like let's say you do jab 1, down tilt, up tilt, up smash.
Yeah, he does have good combos. He does.
It's the only
But that's
downside
mostly on the ground. I still feel in the air he's still pretty. He still lags a bit when he's airborne, or no?
Not anymore.
He has good range, especially with his up
Doesn't he have a kill throw
back,
also?
Oh yeah, the up air definitely reaches quite a bit.
Back air too, like his tail.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Mewtwo just had to have someone put in work.
I mean, the thing is though, before all
It
the
is.
buffs though, Mewtwo wasn't very good. But with all the buffs now, like they fixed them.
I actually gotta say, even before the buffs, you just had to play Mewtwo different.
I don't think
but
so, man. I think Mewtwo, because
I think like with Mewtwo, you had to be a lot more patient in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit
That's
there
what you have
and
to
wait
play.
and see if someone was going to mess up, and then capitalize on that by punishing them to the point of no return.
Yeah, but
Especially-
that's not.
especially
But like, look how different he is
Yeah.
now. That's why I'm saying like pre-patch
Yeah.
Mewtwo versus the new Mewtwo are two different characters.
Yeah, but you just had to play him different pre-patch. I've seen some really good Mewtwo play, and I played him myself. Tried to play him.
All I know is
pre-patch
I'd rather take
already.
this. I'll take this Mewtwo over the pre-patch Mewtwo any day. I'll just say
Good.
that. I would take that any day.
Yeah.
But
And then
nah, we got
last
the final character.
discussion.
This is a 3-hour podcast. Holy shit. Great. I like it. I don't mind it at all. But on the real though, Ryu.
Ryu, most potential in the game, I would say.
I don't know. Let's have the round
no
table. On this.
lie.
Let's have the round table on this one. How do you guys all feel about Ryu?
I feel like he's a really
Ryu is
interesting
Ryu.
character to play against, because there's so much, like there's so many good things about him, though at the same time, I don't know. I think
Well,
it was the speed that kind of made me feel a little meh. He's not slow or anything, but he's not exactly, the fastest. It's mostly the power that's tucked behind him and some of the invincibility that comes with some of his attacks that make him S tier.
See,
But that's
Yeah.
just me.
what makes
Well,
me
Shadow.
fear Ryu, right? Ryu has the most hit stun in the game compared to everyone,
Yeah, Shadow.
right? What's
I
up?
mean, I was about to say, where do you want me to start, Shadow?
The hit stun's ridiculous.
I play Ryu.
I know. Hit stun is the serious thing about Ryu, in my opinion.
I would just say his combo potential is just
That's
one.
why, yeah, I was about to lead
It's
into
one of the
that.
most scariest thing in the whole game.
It
Like,
really
you
is,
can-
man.
Like even from zero, you can get so many hits in, and like Sandy said, the strength behind him. Like I think especially like if you look at something like the fair, if you hit it right away with the sweet spot, it does like 15% damage.
So, like, quick
Because-
story for the podcast. I played against the #1 Ryu in my city. Yo, I have never, ever in my life, like, was so nervous in a game 3 of a tournament until I played this guy's Ryu. I remember I lost the first game. And I barely won the second game, but it was like last hit situation in the second game. Like, it was like, yo, if this guy gets a Shuriken, it's over. I'm at 80%. It's over. He's just at 90. I just happened to get a lucky up smash on him. I just lucky to get a luck. He missed the tech for once, and I was lucky enough to get an up smash on him. It was still the most nervous thing ever, though, because like when we got to game 3, it was literally like 100%. He was at 100%. And the thing is like I was already at like he was already at like 90% when I got him to his second when I lost my first stock. He got me to 90% in literally like 20 it felt like literally 20 seconds.
Wow.
It was crazy.
I mean-
It was the most nervous thing I ever did. I luckily won, but yo, Peter, if you're ever watching this podcast, shout outs to you, man. Your Ryu has way too much goddamn potential. It's the scariest thing I ever played in my life.
I mean, Shadow, to that I also have was something that I wanted to say before you told the story.
Yeah,
I would say Ryu is pretty much one of the most intimidating characters if you face him.
it is. I didn't
Because
believe
if
it
someone
until
knows-
tournament, dude.
Well,
And when you put in the
But I mean,
hands of
you
a proper
even-
character, it's even worse.
Well, you even played my Ryu before, and it's still like the thing is with Ryu, you can sit at like, let's say Ryu sits at like 100%, and you're at like 70 with a lighter character. It's so much more intimidating than any other character because he's literally like you miss one attack, he gets a Shoryuken, you're done.
You're done.
Literally
You're
done.
done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Especially-
Especially like Smashville or Town and City.
Oh, especially with someone with something like, let's say, you want a dash attack at me, and I timed the true Shoryuken perfectly. I have frame 1 invincibility.
And
Like
then you're
I'm
dead.
literally, you can't clash it. You can't do nothing. You're just dashing on me, and I Shoryuken you to death.
I
It's
know,
like you
man,
can just
that's-
stand there. You can just stand there with Ryu and be like, "You come at me, do something. I'm just gonna be here and stand here."
Like the best way
What
Peter
you
told
gonna
me,
do?
man, he was like, you don't fight Ryu, dude. You literally have to bait and punish Ryu. You don't go up there and just attack him. I learned that too well.
Especially since his frames are pretty much one of the fastest too.
They
You
are
know,
too, and like I said, the hit stun's ridiculous,
Up
dude.
to-
I remember he
like,
was like doing this down tilt combo thing, and I was at too high percent for him to get it done, but he was doing that red Hadouken. I keep forgetting the name of the red Hadouken or whatever. But
I know
like
what you mean.
he got me in a down tilt, and then he hit it, and I barely was able to jump out of it. Like my fox was just like, he was slowly running, like falling back, and it was like yo, I literally felt like it was an inch before I was able to jump out of that combo. I was like, yo, how long is this hit stun?
That's why I say Ryu is like one of the scariest things.
Yeah,
to
honestly,
fight.
man. Yeah, Ryu is
You have-
not something to mess around with, dude.
That's why I still wanna try and get better with him since he has like so much potential.
Especially like he is the way he's designed too. Combo potential is like light punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick, all that stuff. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's just overall, even if some people don't think like that about him, he's pretty much the most technical character.
He's very technical. I'm not gonna lie. I can't pick
like,
up on him.
hands down. Like if you know how to chain his hits together, he's deadly.
Yeah.
It's just
By the way, for anyone that's curious, before we wrap this up, this S tier is not saying this is the top. This order is the top 10. This is just all the the top 10 in general. We don't have a
Especially
specific
since-
order.
especially like we put it in. I mean, we talked about Corrin since Shadow was on the agreement that was thinking Corrin is place 12, and Ryoi and me was thinking Corrin is on the 10th place.
Yeah, we had an
Like
we had
switching
an argument
Mario.
between like, do we put Mario, do we put Mewtwo, or do we put Corrin at that borderline? Because we know that all three of them are like we can put all three of these characters in that description. It's a hard decision, so that's why we were like, you know what, we're not gonna even number these. We're just gonna put it like this.
And I mean, the only reason why we put all the known characters pretty much that were already known on there is because it's self-explanatory.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
have
you
to
can
say
look at any
about
tier.
them.
You can look at pretty much any tier list. They're gonna pretty much say the same thing at this point for the top 10.
You also you don't have to like explain much about
You
them.
don't.
You already
I
know
mean,
them
if
for years.
you watch tournament, right? If you watch tournament, you're gonna pretty much know like it's pretty much it's pretty.
The
much
only
it.
thing, I mean, Cloud Corrin only came out not so long ago.
Just a couple
That's why
months.
they.
Cloud has. I think Cloud has enough results though to actually.
Well, he
be in the
always,
top 10, though.
like I said, he.
Yeah, no, that's an understatement.
But again, Mewtwo just got picked up again
Yeah.
into being, and especially Ryu was
I
always
would
like
say
kinda,
this list is fair though. I would say that. I think I like how we listed these guys. I think this is honestly like, for right now what the metagame is, it's still a young game, believe it or not. There's not really like a distinct placing. We still
I mean, look at Melee. How long
Yeah,
how
I
long
know.
that one's alive.
I know, but I mean, like, Melee is like, but the thing about Melee compared to Smash 4, Melee has like a set thing, like, all right, these characters can compete end all be all. These characters cannot compete. There's no way in hell you're gonna see like a Peach or a Bowser win something over like a bunch of people playing Fox and like Marth and Falco all the time in like in Melee. That's not that's already like established. Here it's not exactly established yet. There's still a lot of room to grow still in Smash 4. So yeah. But with that closing statement, guys, hopefully if you guys stuck around for the whole entire podcast, I hope you guys enjoyed the huge explanation tier list.
The giant ass podcast.
The giant podcast of the Regnant Gaming's first ever Smash podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, actually, believe it or not. I think we have like 3 hours and 30 minutes worth of footage on this actually. And
you have to admit, Shadow, that's not bad for a first impression.
And before we get out though, any last closing statements for everybody before we go out?
I'm glad I actually got to be a part of this, considering that I don't really play Smash appropriately for. Well,
you're like the most casual out of all of us. I'll be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
And girl.
Surprisingly, they let me sit in on their podcast, even though I'm the green-eared rookie.
But you want to learn. So...
Loki was waiting for this. I was like, eat. I'm hungry.
But I mean,
I'm so
Sandy,
hungry.
you want to learn, so maybe maybe it was good for you to listen to all of this.
Much obliged.
All right, guys, it's been your boy ShadowKiller0212, Ryui, and Manu the Noob, and Gura, and Sandy Dragon 64, and we are done for today. I hope you guys
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
See you later.
Done, huh?
Bye, guys.
Yeah, later.
Bye.